All right. Good afternoon and good morning, everybody. So this is a live radar breakdown of severe and tornado warnings that are going up. The enhanced risk has been expanded to include the concave coastline. Tornadoes, hail, damaging winds, flooding are the main threats from the system. So it's definitely pretty crazy, guys. Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button and enable notifications to ensure you do not miss any weather updates. Definitely hit that like button and share this information to those that need it the most. But let's take a look at what we got going on here, guys. So let's take a look at the radar data here. So we're actually just to the northwest of Houston here. We do have a tornado warning as well as a severe thunderstorm warning. This is getting ready to cross I-45 here, so we're definitely have to watch out for this. This is definitely a very intense situation for sure. So tornado warning remains in effect until noon Central Standard Time for southwestern Montgomery and northwestern Harris counties. So at 11:44 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Hooks Airport or near Tomball, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is the hazards are tornado and quarter-size hail. This is radar indicated rotation. This has not been verified by a spotter just yet, but we'll definitely keep you updated on that. This dangerous storm will be near Spring around 11:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, so getting very, very close here. We also have that severe thunderstorm warning as well. This is for southwestern Montgomery and northwestern Harris County, so the same areas. So this storm is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. We have 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Locations impacted include Tomball, Jersey Village, Pinehurst, The Woodlands, Spring, Magnolia, Stagecoach, Willowbrook, Cypress, and Hooks Airport. So we definitely have an intense situation here. You can definitely see this potential tornadic storm is getting ready to cross I-45 here. So we're definitely have to watch out for this for sure. Let's take a look at the velocity here, guys. You can definitely see we have that robust mesocyclone. We have a little bit of that dynamic piping coming down to the surface as well. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. This could definitely produce a tornado very, very quickly, especially since it is moving into those areas that definitely have the potential to produce tornadoes as well. So it's moving into an environment very, very conducive for tornadic development. So we'll definitely get you guys here. So definitely if you live in Klein and if you live in Spring in the Woodlands as well, and if you're traveling along I-45 here between Spring and Woodlock here, definitely try to get to safety as soon as possible. It could definitely be a very, very intense situation coming in here. Storm is still radar indicated for tornadic potential, so it's definitely nothing to play with here, guys. We definitely have to keep a lookout for this. We definitely have another tornado warning as well. This expires in 12 minutes. This is for northeastern Austin and southwestern Waller counties at 11:40 a.m. Central Standard Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Sealy, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Definitely an intense situation here. This will be near San Felipe around 11:50, so right around a minute from now. So definitely not good. You can definitely see this storm is moving off to the northeast here. So definitely a very intense situation. We can definitely take a look at the velocity measurements here. See what we got going on. You can definitely see there's a broad mesocyclone there. There could be possibly a tornado here, so we're going to have to watch out for this. Could definitely form very rapidly in this environment. So it's definitely very, very conducive for tornadic development for sure. So we definitely have to keep our eye on this situation. Let me see here. Very curious to see what the actual dew points in this area are. So yeah, definitely in the mid to upper 60s dew points. So that's definitely not a good situation here, folks. It could definitely produce a tornado very, very rapidly here. So definitely not good. We have two areas of potential rotation here, so we're going to have to watch this very closely. This tornadic storm here to the north. This is in Harris and Montgomery. We're going to have to watch this very, very closely. You can definitely see there's a little bit of tightening rotation here, so we're going to have to watch this. Tornado could definitely be forming. So if you live in Corville, Lakewood Forest, definitely Light River, Longwood Village here, heading towards Village Creek, eventually along Highway 99 here, and near Klein, Avonic, and Rotherwood here. So definitely be on the lookout for this. And eventually crossing the I-45 corridor here. So we're going to have to be very, very weary of this situation. A tornado can very, very well develop very quickly as we progress forward here. So definitely not a good situation for sure. As we stated yesterday, we were surprised, sort of, that the Storm Prediction Center didn't have the enhanced risk along the concave coast here. However, that has changed. So they actually included that area into the enhanced risk. Let me show you that. Let me pull that up really quickly here, guys, just to show you. We could actually pull it up on Radar Omega instead of switching applications here. But you could definitely see right here, guys. So between Port Arthur, Lake Charles, this was actually in the slight risk yesterday. We had that double barrel threat here. We had that one, the first enhanced risk over here, just to the southwest or southeast of Houston here in the Galveston area. Then we had that slight risk that went across Port Arthur and Lake Charles. And then we had that second enhanced risk that went from Lafayette through Baton Rouge, all the way through New Orleans, through Gulfport, Mobile as well, and Pensacola. But that has actually congealed into one massive enhanced risk, so that's definitely not a good situation. So severe thunderstorm winds, strong tornadoes, and large hail are likely today near the middle upper Texas coast, with damaging gust tornado threat continuing eastward tonight across the coastal areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and western Florida Panhandle. So that's definitely not good news, guys. So definitely the surface low is intensifying. Right along the western Gulf Coast today, as a strengthening mid-level low-pressure system overspreads the lower Mississippi Valley, though a relatively stable low-level air mass remains in place inland. A moist and surface-based buoyant air mass resides immediately offshore of the southern Texas coastline. This air mass should be drawn roughly 50 to 100 nautical miles onshore into Texas ahead of the surface low throughout the afternoon and later tonight along the Gulf Coast, central Gulf Coast here. An intense low-level jet will also overspread the Gulf Coast shoreline. So as we saw yesterday, we saw the low-level jet between 50 and 80 knots. So definitely a very, very strong situation for sure. So definitely not a good situation. We could definitely see. Let me actually turn the SPC off here. We could take a look at the tornado potential here. So we do have that potential for significant severe tornadoes all the way from Victoria, Texas, through Houston, Galveston, Beaumont, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Gulfport, Port Sulphur, almost into Hattiesburg as well, all the way through Mobile, and basically all the way through Pensacola, Crestview, and Destin. So right along 65, I-65, and I-10 here, we could definitely see that potential for very, very strong tornadoes as we move on throughout the day today. But we do have those warnings still ongoing here, so definitely not good. I believe they are still radar indicated. So that's good news for now. We're definitely going to have to keep our eye out on this situation, especially this storm heading right across I-10 here. So it's moving right along I-10. It's going to move up to the north. This is going to go through Katy, Brookshire, Pattinson, eventually through Cypress. So Cypress, you guys are going to get hit again by another storm. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's take a look at this storm system here. I definitely want to take a look at this severe thunderstorm warning. You guys can see all that lightning within this storm, so definitely a very, very intense situation for sure. This is for eastern Colorado County. This is for northern Wharton County, southeastern Austin County, northwestern Fort Bend County, and southeastern Waller County in southeastern Texas. So the hazard is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Definitely wouldn't rule out a tornado for sure. Definitely a tornado could definitely spin up in this system. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impact include Katy, Sealy, Brookshire, Wallace, Fulshear, Simonton, San Felipe, Pattinson, Pattison, Weston Lakes, and Cinco Ranch as well. But you could definitely see a brief tornado could definitely spin up here as we get this hook echo coming in. So definitely not a good sign. We definitely have a lot of clean inflow coming into this storm. So right in here, we definitely have a lot of that clean inflow feeding into this storm system as well. You can see just how far those lightning strikes are actually extending outside of the storm here. So definitely not good news. Definitely an intensifying situation. It definitely looks like it is trying to produce a little bit of a hook here, so we're going to have to watch this situation very closely. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if a tornado warning definitely gets issued for this area, especially through Simonton here, up through Brookshire and Katy, so we're going to have to watch this. But you can definitely see that hook echo definitely forming right in here. So it's definitely not a good situation right in here, guys. Definitely a lot of damaging winds coming in, definitely a lot of rain, and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning as well. So currently, it definitely looks like a very, very damaging wind threat definitely coming in. So if you live in Simonton, into Brazos country here, Brookshire, Cardiff, John Sioux, and Katy, we're definitely going to watch this situation very, very closely. So definitely not good news here. As we keep extending further into the future here, it's definitely going to be an interesting situation, no doubt. We do have a little bit of renegade cells down here as well, a little bit more linear structure. This is down here near Victoria, Texas. Let's actually take a look at that special weather statement here. You can definitely see it's a pretty strong cell. Expires in 4 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually issue another special weather statement out ahead of this. So this storm is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour, so winds in excess of 40 miles per hour, but less than 58 miles per hour are definitely expected. So gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects, possibly taking out power, so we're going to have to watch out for this very closely. Locations impacted include Victoria, McFadden, Guadalupe, Victoria Colony Creek Country Club, DaCosta, Woodhigh, Bloomington, Placido, Victoria College, Brentwood Subdivision, Inez, Victoria Regional Airport, Telferner, and downtown Victoria. This also includes U.S. Highway 59 between mile markers 622 and 642, U.S. Highway 77 between mile markers 586 and 596, and U.S. Highway 87 between mile markers 812 and 824. So this is a special weather statement. This is for central Victoria County through noon Central Standard Time. So another 3 minutes on this. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually extend this out towards Edna and Ganado here. You can definitely see that linear structure definitely forming here, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. And especially these storms down here near Goliad, Beeville, and Refugio. You can definitely see some discrete cells forming here, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. This is to the north of Corpus Christi here. Let's go back to these actual tornado warnings here just to see what's going on. It's definitely a very messy situation for sure. Unfortunately, this one definitely looks like it's intensifying right here along I-40. Definitely a lot of clean inflow here. This is heading into Brookshire, definitely heading into Katy. Getting ready to cross I-10 here. So if you're traveling between I-10, between San Felipe, Brookshire, and Katy, definitely be on the lookout for a very, very intense situation heading your way. It's definitely going to create low visibility with all this rain in the atmosphere as well. Definitely some large hail, definitely expected up to quarter size, possibly even up to $50 size. We're going to have to watch this closely. There could be a possible tornado definitely trying to form here as well. But right now, it definitely looks like it is a damaging wind event. So definitely be careful. If you have a high-profile vehicle, you could definitely get pushed over very easily here. So we're going to have to watch out for this. So this is I-10 between Sealy, Brookshire, and Katy here. But I bet there's probably a very, very monstrous shelf cloud definitely forming here. It's definitely going to be very interesting as this storm definitely pushes on east. So it's definitely not good. See all that lightning appearing on radar as well. So it's definitely a very, very intense situation. We still have that tornado warning ongoing up here near Cypress in the Woodlands. So we'll definitely take a look at that one more time. This expires in 3 minutes. Whoops. Let me do the other one here. 5 minutes here. So this is for Cypress, Klein, and Spring. So it expires here in 5 minutes. Storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning will still be allowed to expire. However, gusty winds are still possible within this thunderstorm. So it's good news. The warning has been allowed to expire. But still, you can definitely see it is weakening a little bit here up to the north, but down to the south here along I-10 between Sealy, Brookshire, and Katy. Definitely be on the lookout for a very, very intense situation happening here. So it's definitely not good. So this is, let's see here. This is eastern Colorado County, northern Wharton County, southeastern Austin County, northwestern Fort Bend County, and southeastern Waller counties here in southeastern Texas. So we're looking at 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail, maybe a tornado, brief spin up or two. We're going to have to watch this very closely. This is for Katy, Sealy, Brookshire, Wallace, Fulshire, Simonton, San Felipe, Pattison, Weston Lakes, and Cinco Ranch. So definitely if you live in those areas or you're traveling along I-10 here between Sealy, Brookshire, and Katy, definitely be on the lookout for a very, very intense storm. definitely moving into the area. So we definitely have to keep this in mind, especially since it does look like it's bowing out very intensely, actually. So we have that bow echo appearing on radar, so we definitely have some damaging winds coming in for sure. This is definitely a windbag event for sure. This is along I-10 heading into Brookshire. If you live in Simonton, you guys are getting probably going to get blasted by some wind as well. Definitely some rain. You guys are getting a lot of lightning down there near Simonton, Brookshire as well. Even the lightning extending all the way out to Katy. So we definitely have to keep an eye out on this storm system for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like the special weather statements have been allowed to expire. It looks like this storm is the only severe storm currently. But you can see that clean inflow notch coming into the storm as well. So definitely not good. It could start forming that flying eagle configuration. So definitely not good. We'll definitely see what's going on. Man, that's definitely intense. It's definitely a very, very intense storm heading into Brookshire. Here you can see all that hail as well. This could possibly be bigger than quarter size. This could be getting up into golf ball size hail. So we're going to have to watch this situation very closely. This is tracking right along I-10 here. It's definitely not a good situation, especially it definitely can cause damage to vehicles that are traveling along I-10 here. So definitely be on the lookout if you are traveling here. Definitely try to seek shelter. Do not seek shelter under an underpass. That is definitely not a good situation. The wind can actually flow faster under an underpass than it will outside. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And flying debris, if a tornado does spawn here, it could definitely be whipped underneath that underpass and definitely wreak havoc if you are definitely under that underpass. So definitely do not seek shelter under an underpass. Definitely try to pull off the highway, get to a sturdy building. Definitely get to the lowest level of that building and definitely put as many walls between you and the outside as possible and stay away from windows. It's definitely number one here. But this is definitely a very, very strong system. Yeah, that is definitely not good. Let me actually toggle the SPC data here really quickly. You can see that is just hugging right in between, right along the slight risk here. It hasn't actually happened it's actually not occurring down here into the enhanced risk just yet. But give it some time. It's definitely possible that these cells to the south can definitely spawn up into very quickly into severe thunderstorms. We're going to have to watch this very, very closely. So this is actually in the slight risk. This is actually heading towards northwestern and northern Houston later on. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. But definitely not a good situation. Definitely a lot of people in the path of this storm, unfortunately. So that's definitely not good news. So this has another 12 minutes here. So just to reiterate, this is for eastern Colorado County, northern Wharton County, southeastern Austin County, northwestern Fort Bend County, and southeastern Waller County, and southeastern Texas. This is in the slight risk. Tracking just between the slight risk and the enhanced risk. So this is 60-mile-per-hour wind and quarter-size hail, possibly some golf ball-size hail forming. Definitely not out of the question. Locations impacted include Katy, Sealy, Brookshire, Wallace, Full Shear, Simonton, San Felipe, Pattison, Weston Lakes, and Cinco Ranch. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It definitely looks like it is getting a little bit more intense here. Can definitely see those definitely straight line winds here. And possibly we might be getting a little bit of brief spin up here up near Brookshire. So this is to the north of I-10, just between Brookshire and Cardiff here. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. So this is over Stalk Neck Road. Hi, Hopper. She decided to join the live stream. Hi, Hop. What are you doing? You're okay. So this is actually traveling along Highway Boulevard and McAllister Road. So we're going to have to watch this. Definitely a brief spin-up could definitely be possible here. So definitely not good news for sure. I'll be right back in one moment, guys. Let me go grab something real quick. Let me actually loop this radar really quickly, and I will be right back. Hang on one second, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Do apologize for that. Had to run over and do something real quick. So definitely check it out. Severe thunderstorm warning has been extended for another 21 minutes. We'll definitely take a look at this. This is for northwestern Fort Bend County, southeastern Waller County, and northwestern Harris County in southeastern Texas. We're gonna have to watch this very, very closely. Definitely, you can see right at the top here, tornado possible. Wind gusts at 60 miles per hour. So at 12:07, so 2 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm was located near Katy, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Definitely hazard 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, possibly even up to golf ball size hail. We're going to have to watch that. Locations impact include Katy, Jersey Village, Brookshire, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Spring Branch North, Eldridge, West Oaks, Spring Branch West, Addicks Park 10, Spring Valley, Hedwig Village, Full Shear, Simonton, Pattison, Cinco Ranch, Weston Lakes, West Branch, Briar Forest, and Cypress. If we zoom in here a little bit, you can definitely see, definitely not looking good on the southern side of the storm. So let's actually stop the radar from looping there, but take a look at that. Definitely see a little bit of appendage forming there, so definitely not good news. So let's get some more information on this. So it is a tornado vortex signature, so we're going to have to watch out for this very closely. Max hail size is about 1.5 inches currently, so hail probability is 100%, severe hail probability about 80%. Definitely a strong mezzo at 6 here, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. You can definitely see that appendage starting to form here, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. Could definitely produce a tornado here. Let's actually take a look at the velocity measurements here. Yeah, you can definitely see right in here where this is starting to push out. So this is down near Katy, to the northwest of Katy. Definitely a possible tornado could definitely form. This is going to go tracking along Highway 99 here to the east of Katy and up eventually through Cypress. So definitely a very intense situation forming here. Definitely tornado possible. Just want to reiterate those counties one more time. So this is northwestern Fort Bend County, southeastern Waller County, and northwestern Harris County in southeastern Texas. And those cities include Katy, Jersey Village, Brookshire, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Spring Branch North, Eldridge, West Oaks, Spring Branch West, Addicks Park 10, Spring Valley, Hedwig Village, Full Shear, Simonton, Pattison, Cinco Ranch, Weston Lakes, West Branch, Briar Forest, and Cypress. And we do have a tornado warning, guys. So tornado warning has just been issued on this cell. So definitely not good news. This is heading right into Katy here. So this is the same counties here: north central Fort Bend County, southeastern Waller County, and northwestern Harris County in southeastern Texas. So hazard now is tornado. This is radar indicated. So we're going to have to watch out for this. Definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately if you live in the path of this storm system. This includes northwestern Eldridge, West Oaks around 12:20 p.m., Addicks Park 10 in Cypress around 12:25, Jersey Village, Spring Branch West, Carverdale and Fairbanks, Northwest Crossing, and West Branch around 12:30, Willowbrook, Greater Inwood, Central Northwest, and Langwood around 12:35, Hidden Valley and Acres Home around 12:40. So this will be near Addicks and Memorial as well, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. This could definitely be a very dangerous situation. Let's actually take a look back at the velocity measurements here. You can definitely see we have a lot of those brief spin-ups can definitely be possible, especially right up here to the north of Katy and even around Katy here, just to the north. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this for sure. This is going to head over to Lakes of Bridgewater here. It's trekking right across I-10 here. It's almost paralleling I-10. It is lifting off to the northeast slightly. So definitely have to watch out for this. It's definitely not a good situation. You can see how deep these colors are. So there's definitely a lot of hail to the northwest of Katy and to the northeast of John Sioux here. So this is right along Morton Road here. So definitely not good news for sure. Definitely a lot of neighborhoods in the path of this. So this is right over Cane Island Parkway, Franz Road as well. So not a good situation. Definitely not at all. So hail size is coming down slightly, so 1.25. Mezzo is decreasing a little bit, but I can definitely see that this mesocyclone could dynamically pipe down to the surface and we could possibly have a tornado definitely developing here. So we're gonna have to watch this very, very closely, especially along these kinks in the line here. So up to the north of Katy, and even possibly down here near the Heights and near Cinco Ranch. We're gonna have to watch this. There are definitely two areas of spin ups that could definitely happen here. Take a look at the base velocity. Yeah, definitely to the north. Definitely to the north of Katy, we could definitely see that where that spin up would be if a tornado does form. So we're gonna have to watch this. So it's definitely not a good situation. I believe this is the only warning that we have currently. We do have that special weather statement definitely down to the south. Let's hurry up and take a look at that quickly here. So this expires in 15 minutes. So this is for southwestern Wharton and central Jackson counties through 12:30 p.m. So another 15 minutes. It winds in excess of 30 miles per hour and pea-sized hail are possible. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is also possible. This is near El Campo, Edna, Ganado, Cordell, Lake Texana Dam, Louise, and Danvang here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely could intensify into a severe thunderstorm here. We're going to have to watch that very, very closely. But the storm that we're definitely monitoring for sure is definitely this storm here. You can see all that lightning. You can see that inflow notch here just to the northeast of Katy here. So we're going to have to watch out for this. Katy getting hit with a lot of hail at this point. Let's actually take a look at the hail measurements here. Yeah, you can definitely see this is probably most likely propagating down to the south, this hail core. So we're going to have to watch out for this. Definitely an energy transfer shift definitely taking place. This is getting ready to track right across Highway 99 here between Katy and Cypress. So if you guys are traveling in this area, definitely try to pull off and get to a sturdy shelter immediately. This is definitely not a storm system to play with here. Definitely very, very intense for sure. Definitely see to the north of Katy here, northeast of Katy technically, is where you can see where that brief spin up could definitely occur here. It's definitely where that inflow notch is. So definitely not a good situation. We can definitely see a tornado here to the northeast of Katy, tracking right across Highway 99 here. So this is actually going to go right over Beckendorf Road and Peak Road. So if you live in this area, definitely be on the lookout for a possible brief tornado here. You can definitely see that structure definitely getting its act together for sure. Yeah, a lot of hail. Definitely a lot of hail in the atmosphere. It almost looks like a debris ball, but that's definitely the hail to the north of Katy here. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of hail in the atmosphere. We definitely have to watch this. You can see this push out to the northeast as well, and then you have this little push down to the south, to the east. You can definitely see this little kink in the line here. So right to the northeast of Katy is definitely we're gonna have to watch this storm system for sure. This is right along Katy Hockey Road, Clay Road, Katy Hockey Cutoff Road, Stodick School Road, eventually over Ventana Lake, right over Porter Road here. So definitely be on the lookout. Definitely a possible tornado definitely happening here. So definitely not good news for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. It's definitely very, very strong. This is actually going to go to the northwest and northern Houston here. It's going to cross I-45 near Jersey Village, right around Klein as well. It's definitely going to go right between Aldine and Greens Point here, and Westfield and Baumel. So we're going to have to watch this. Baumel and Spring here. So definitely not good. You can see that massive inflow notch still definitely prominent on radar. You definitely see this Boeing segment as well, sort of like an S shape here. We're gonna have to keep an eye out on that. We could definitely get spin ups in here. We could definitely get spin ups down here as well, and possibly we can get anticyclonic tornadoes on the backside of the storm system. Anticyclonic tornadoes are pretty rare, but they do happen, so we're gonna have to watch that very closely. We could definitely get some brief spin ups there. It definitely looks like there is a little bit of spin up on the backside of this. This could be the mesocyclone here. That's probably most likely what that is. Between Cardiff and Jiangsu. So you guys are definitely getting impacted by some definitely torrential rainfall here, but definitely not good. If the storm system does continue, off to the northeast, it's going to cross Highway 45 here, Highway 69 here through Spring, Humble, Kingwood, all the way down through Mount Houston as well. Jersey Village, you guys are definitely going to get into some torrential rainfall and definitely some large hail here in the next few minutes. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Katy, you guys definitely are getting slammed by a lot of rain here. Definitely a lot of lightning taking place. So definitely the skies are lighting up with lightning for sure. Definitely looks like a very, very big damaging wind event. Like I said, to the northeast of Katy here, right along Highway 99 to the northwest of Lakes of Bridgewater. Definitely get a brief spin up here, so we definitely get a tornado that forms here, possibly even a land spout, definitely here across Highway 99. So definitely not good. Let's actually reiterate this. So this expires in 25 minutes. So this is for north central Fort Bend County in southeastern Texas, southeastern Waller County, and northwestern Harris County in southeastern Texas as well. So a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Katy, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage as well. So this dangerous storm will be near. So it's right around northwestern Eldridge and West Oaks. In about 5 minutes, it'll be near Addicks Park 10 and Cypress. And then right around 12:30, so about 10 minutes, it'll be around Jersey Village, Spring Branch West, Carverdale, Fairbanks, Northwest Crossing, and West Branch. And then we're going to be right around 12:35 here. We're going to be near Willowbrook, Greater Inwood, Central Northwest, and Langwood, and then eventually into Hidden Valley and Acres Home around 12:40. So definitely have to watch this storm system very, very closely. You can definitely see it is a very, very big damaging wind event, especially with that Boeing segment. Let's actually go back to the high resolution reflectivity here. Definitely see it's definitely a Boeing segment here. So definitely not good. Definitely have an inflow notch here up to the north. So this is crossing Highway 99 here. So definitely you can see all that torrential rainfall and then that large hail coming down as well. So this could definitely be between quarter-sized and ping-pong-sized hail, possibly even golf ball-sized hail. But definitely very, very strong storm indeed. This is actually going to the north of Houston here. So northwest Houston, right along I-45 here, through Jersey Village, Hudson, and then eventually through Aldine here. So you guys out ahead of this storm system, so definitely Aldine, Hudson, Parkwood Estates, Hardy Heights, Bordersville as well, Westfield, definitely get into your tornado shelter. This storm system is definitely approaching your location rapidly. It's moving northeast at 40 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour. So we definitely have to watch this situation very, very carefully. It's definitely a very messy situation. If you take a look at radar here, it's definitely very messy. You can definitely see the tornado, if it is forming, it definitely be situated here. So this would be right over estates of Highland Creek, heading towards Paddock and Westgate. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Jersey Village, you guys are in some moderate rain right now, but as this main system comes through here, you're definitely going to get into a lot of large hail, as well as damaging winds. You can see that lightning extending out very far out ahead of this actual main system here. So definitely not good. It's a very strong storm. Katy, you guys are getting hammered. So right along I-10, tracking along I-10 near John Sue, Katy. So definitely not good. Let me move that out of the way here. So I-10, Barker as well, Addicks, Lakes of Bridgewater, right along Highway 6 here. Eventually over Fairbanks, Jersey Village, Hudson. And as the storm system keeps its intensity and keeps moving off to the northeast, Mount Houston, Scenic Woods, right along I-69, Humble as well. So definitely not a good situation for sure. It definitely looks like a very messy situation. You can definitely see it's bowing out. So we're going to have to watch out for very, very strong damaging winds. We're going to have winds in excess of 60 or possibly even 70 miles per hour as the storm system comes through. It's sort of like a wet microburst situation here, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Jersey Village, you guys are getting ready to get hit by some very strong damaging winds here. So definitely not a good situation. Looks like this storm down to the south near Edna and El Campo could possibly be intensifying as well. So it still says 30 mile per hour and pea-size hail. But we could probably definitely see at least 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts in this storm, especially near Edna. So we're definitely experiencing, most likely down there in Edna and Ganado here, definitely experiencing most likely some 40 to 45 mile per hour, maybe even some 50 mile per hour wind gusts here. Definitely have to keep an eye out on this situation for sure. This is still radar indicated, so it hasn't not been spotted yet. So that's good news. Unfortunately, we do have that inflow notch here still forming. It's definitely a pretty prominent inflow notch here as well. So this is near Copperfield and Hartstone here up through Satsuma here. This is across 290 here and Highway 6. This is just to the south of Cypress, but you guys are definitely getting hammered with some hail and definitely torrential rainfall here. So definitely not good. You can see this system continues to bow out as well. Definitely a nice feeder band from the southeast coming in. So Houston, you guys are in some light to moderate rain. However, take a look off to your west and northwest here. You can definitely see a very strong supercell thunderstorm coming in. So definitely not a good situation. Still got 20 minutes on that tornado warning. Let's just reiterate this. So this is Jersey Village, Spring Branch West, Carverdale, Fairbanks, Northwest Crossing, and West Branch around 12:30. So 5 more minutes. So guys, definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. If you do not have a tornado shelter or a basement, definitely get to the lowest level of your the building that you're in. Definitely make sure it's a sturdy building for sure. No mobile homes. Mobile homes are definitely could definitely get blown over or definitely destroyed with some of these wind gusts as well. Definitely get to the lowest level, get to the interior of the building as well. Definitely try to make put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Definitely stay away from windows as well. Same thing for you, Willowbrook, Greater Inwood, Central Northwest around 12:35 p.m. And then Hidden Valley, Acres Home around 12:40. So definitely another 10 to 15 minutes to get into your tornado shelter. So definitely do that. We definitely recommend getting into your tornado shelter. Although this is still radar indicated, it still can definitely pack a punch, and the tornado can form very rapidly in this environment. So then definitely atmosphere is conducive for tornadic development in this area. So definitely stay safe here. This is tracking right along to the north of I-10, right along Highway 6 and 290 here. Eventually making its way across I-45 to the north and northwest of Houston. So yeah, it's definitely not a good situation. It's going to head into Spring, Humble, and Kingwood. So if you guys live in those areas, definitely make sure that you get to your tornado shelter immediately. This tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning could definitely be extended with this storm. You definitely still see it's bowing out here with this feeder band off to the southeast here. So it's definitely pumping in that much needed moisture and fuel to continue to fuel this actual destructive supercell here. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this for sure. Let's actually go back to the velocity measurements here. Definitely see that massive windbag event. Definitely pushing off to the east. This is getting right along I-10 here, getting ready to cross Highway 6 into Satsuma, Jersey Village, into Hudson and Fairbanks. So this gusty winds, damaging winds, is definitely around Westgate, Paddock, estates of Highland Creek, and into Hartstone here. So definitely not good at all, guys. It'll definitely be a very, very dangerous situation if you're caught outdoors. So definitely make sure you move indoors. Definitely bring pets indoors as well. Definitely try to secure objects before this system comes in. So trash cans outside or any loose objects that you may have on your porch, definitely try to bring those in or secure them outdoors if you can. But definitely you can see how far this lightning is reaching out from the supercell. So definitely some lightning happening into the northwest of Houston here. So definitely not good. So lightning happening in Hunters Creek Village, Somerset Green, right along I-610 here. And eventually this is going to track across Highway 45 or I-45 here. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this for sure. You can definitely see this little bowing segment and this kink segment down here at the bottom of this storm system here. So this is just to the north of I-10, just to the north of Barker and Addicts. So right in here, we could possibly see tornadic development here. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this situation here as well. It definitely looks like it's more of a microburst event right now. But definitely tornadoes could definitely spin up in these kinks in this line, which is definitely not good. These bookend vortices can definitely rapidly, dynamically pipe small brief tornadoes or land spouts down to the ground for sure. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. We have this bound weak echo region here in the backside of the storm as well. So there could be an anticyclonic tornado here that we're going to have to keep an eye out for. Definitely to the south of Cyprus here. So definitely not a good situation. We'll see if this is going to continue. It looks like the tornado warning has been allowed to expire, at least for now. And looks like the severe thunderstorm warning may expire here. We're going to see if this actually gets extended. So this is to the northwestern side of Houston. This is going to track to northern Houston here, right along, crossing I-45 here, up through Humble, Kingwood, and Spring. Cypress, you guys are definitely getting hit with a lot of large hail and rain as well. Jersey Village, definitely getting in on that rain. Katy, you guys are definitely back into that light to moderate rain. However, you do have that little cell down to the back off to the west here near Brookshire. Just tracking right along I-10 here, so definitely a lot of flooding, ponding on the roads as well, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely possibly some trees coming down. And interestingly enough, that severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire. However, we do have that warning down to the south now, so this actually was a special weather statement. We can see this expires in 30 minutes. This is southwestern Wharton County and central Jackson County. This is in southeastern Texas and south central Texas. So about 6 minutes ago at 12:24 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Edna, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard includes 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and possible tornado. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include El Campo, Edna, Ganado, Louise, and Lake Texana Dam. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This could definitely be a tornado warning here. So be on the lookout right along Highway 59 into Ganado here. Up through Louise, there's definitely a little bit of hook echo trying to form here on the southern side of the storm. So definitely have to be on the lookout for this. Let's go to the velocity measurements. You can definitely see it's certainly possible we can have some rotation here. Correlation coefficient showing that massive hail spikes. We can definitely see there's definitely some large hail in this storm system. So definitely quarter size, possibly up to $half size hail forming in this storm here. But definitely a tornado warning is definitely not out of the question here. We can definitely see Ganado definitely in that danger zone here. So you guys are in the bear's cage here in Ganado right along I-59 here, or Highway 59. This is going to track through Louise, Hilgi, and El Campo here. So we're going to have to watch this situation very, very closely, especially this one to the north of Houston as well. We're still monitoring that situation. It's definitely still a bow echo here. So definitely some damaging winds coming into, let me zoom in here a little bit. So Jersey Village, Champion Forest here, up through Hudson, right across Highway I-45 here, down to the south of Spring. So there's definitely a lot of torrential rainfall happening up here to the south of Spring along I-45 here. So definitely not a good situation. Wouldn't be surprised if this storm actually becomes severe warned again. Probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. This is tracking just to the north of Addix here. So you guys are getting some light to moderate rain here. You will get some heavy rain from this storm system as well. And there is a couple cells down to the south near Rosenberg. So definitely want to look out for that. That's going to track right up through Addix here, right crossing I-10 here. And this is going to track into Jersey Village. Cypress, you guys are still getting hit with that large hail and torrential rainfall. This is going to track through Champion Forest and up through Spring, and eventually through Roman Forest, Kingwood, and Humble. So definitely be on the lookout. Don't let your guard down just because there's no warnings on this storm system. You definitely want to make sure that you're still prepared for a severe thunderstorm to definitely impact your areas. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And as I said earlier, Ganado, you guys are in the bear's cage right now. You definitely have a very, very intense supercell. Definitely hitting your area, heading up towards right along I-59. Up through El Campo here, through Louise, Hilgi, and Plainview. So this is definitely not a good situation. Let's actually reiterate this actual tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warning. Could definitely turn into a tornado warning for sure. This is southwestern Wharton County and southeastern Texas and central Jackson County and south central Texas. So about 10 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm was located over Edna, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard includes 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include El Campo, Edna, Ganado, Louise, and Lake Texana Dam. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. And you guys can see tornado is possible here. You can definitely see there could possibly be some rotation in here. It is pretty far away from the radar, so it's definitely hard to see. But you can definitely see this is a little bit up in the atmosphere here, but you can definitely see this little bit of a hook starting to form down here in Ganado. You guys, like I said, are in the Bears cage. Even Whitehall, Louise, Hilgi, Plainview are definitely going to be in the intense portion of this storm. Edna, you guys are in between two different cells. So you're in between the supercell off to your northeast and a little bit of a discrete cell off to your south and southwest. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You guys aren't out of the woods yet in Edna. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is to the southeast of El Toro. So definitely be on the lookout. Actually surprised they haven't issued a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm once again. It definitely looks like it is pretty strong here. We do have some interesting, sort of looks like a new mezzo is trying to form here on the backside of the storm system here, right along Highway 99 here. This is to the northwest of Lakes of Bridgewater and to the southwest of Estates of Highland Creek. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You can definitely see some damaging winds coming into Jersey Village here. So we're looking at 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I wouldn't be surprised if a severe thunderstorm warning pops up for this storm system once again. This will head into Spring, Kingwood, Humble, eventually off into Hardin and Liberty, possibly even into North Cleveland as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely looks like it's starting to intensify once again. This is to the northwest of Houston. This is just to the north of Addix along I-10 here, and crossing Highway 6 between Addix and Satsuma here in Jersey Village. So definitely be on the lookout for this. Definitely a very, very intense situation. We still have that cell to the south. We're going to have to keep an eye out on this. This is moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. This is impacting Ganado here and eventually into El Campo as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. This could definitely be a intensifying cell here. It's definitely a discrete supercell. So it's on the edge of this, on the southern edge of this more linear structure. So definitely be on the lookout. This is to the northeast of Victoria. Victoria, you guys are about to get hit again by some moderate to heavy rainfall here. Definitely doesn't look like this storm is severe yet, but we're going to have to keep an eye out on this for sure. There's a little bit of an interface zone here between Edna and Ganado. These two storms may be starting to interact, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on that as well. Definitely a lot of lightning here, especially into Louise and Hilgi, around Mott and El Campo as well. So we have definitely a lot of lightning. So definitely, if you are outdoors at this point, definitely get indoors as soon as possible and definitely seek your shelter. Definitely, definitely try to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Definitely stay away from windows and get to the lowest floor and interior of the building as well if you do not have a basement or a tornado shelter. But if you do have a basement or tornado shelter, definitely get into those areas. And also bring pets indoors. And once you're in the tornado shelter as well, definitely make sure that if you have pets, definitely make sure they're there with you as well. Definitely check on your elderly neighbors as well. We're definitely have to watch out for these storm systems as well. Definitely a lot of power outages definitely possible through here. So definitely not a good situation. But Houston, just to the north and northwest of Houston, right along I-45 and Jersey Village here up through Spring and Klein, you guys are getting hammered with hail and definitely torrential rainfall. Definitely a lot of damaging winds as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This is heading up into the Woodlands and North Cleveland, Liberty as well, Kingwood, Humble, eventually into Gum Grove, Carter Settlement, Plum Grove, Roman Forest, and Simon's Bottom here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This cell is a little bit concerning here. Definitely looks like it's weakening a little bit, but definitely some brief spin-ups or some landspout tornadoes can definitely form here, especially near Ganado and right along Highway 59 near Louise, Plainview, and Hilgi here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, I will be back in 1 second. Let me go check on something real quick. Definitely appreciate you guys joining me. It's definitely awesome to see you guys here. Let's actually take a look at this cell down to the south really quickly. So this is the south of Victoria. This cell does have a tornado warning on it. So this is definitely not good. Tornado warning issued at 12:35 p.m. So 4 minutes ago. until 1 p.m. by the National Weather Service in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is for southwestern Victoria County, southeastern Goliad County, and north central Refugio County. This is all in south central Texas here. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 10 miles northwest of Quintana here, or 11 miles north of Refugio, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. This dangerous storm will be near McFadden around 1 p.m. This includes the following highways: U.S. Highway 183 near mile markers 656, U.S. Highway 77 between mile markers 588 and 604. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is radar indicated. Let's take a look at the velocity measurements here. Definitely you can see possibly a tornado trying to develop down here. This is to the northeast of O'Donnell's place here. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It looks like it's going to go mostly over rural areas, so that's definitely good news. But this will be heading into McFadden and Inari here. I do apologize for butchering the names of some of these cities. But definitely be on the lookout. Definitely a tornado warning here. So definitely not good. Definitely not good at all. All right, guys, I'll be back in probably about a minute. Let me go check on something real quickly. All right, let me loop the radar real quick. Let me zoom out to the broader image here. Loop this quickly, and I will be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I expected to only be gone a minute, but I got caught up talking and stuff. Just keeping up on what's going on in the house and everything. So we're doing okay. But yeah, we definitely have a couple warnings out there. So let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning first. So let's see here. This expires in 12 minutes. This is for southwestern Morton and northeastern Jackson counties. So at 12:37 p.m., this is about 10 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm was located over Ganado, or 11 miles northeast of Edna, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, and quarter-size hail. And tornado is certainly possible. Hey, Dark Waters, how are you? Definitely be on the lookout later on today for sure. There's definitely a lot of severe weather coming in that we're definitely going to have to watch. So it's definitely not good news for sure, unfortunately. But definitely be on the lookout for very, very strong storms later on tonight, into the overnight hours as well, as we move on into southeastern Louisiana. So definitely it's not going to be, unfortunately, it's probably not going to be a good situation. So we're definitely going to have to watch that for sure. But definitely, I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody in the chat's doing well. But yeah, we definitely have some ongoing warnings out there. So this warning here, tornado warning, just to the south and southwest of Victoria, Texas. We'll take a look at this as well. So definitely not good. This expires in 11 minutes. So this is for southwestern Victoria, east central Goliad, and north central Refugio counties here. Oh yeah, I agree with that. 100%. So yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely going to be an interesting situation as we approach later on tonight into tomorrow. I do work at like 4 a.m., but I'm going to stay on. Definitely going to try to stay on all night and then just head to work after that. So I just want to make sure that the coverage gets to those that need it the most for sure. But I'm definitely going to try to stay on as long as I can. That way we can provide that coverage. Justin, unfortunately, is at work today. So I thought he was off, but apparently he had to work today. So that sucks, but that's okay. No problem. I got it covered. So this dangerous storm will be near McFadden around 1 p.m. So this is about 10 minutes from now. So this includes Highway 77 between mile markers 588 and 598. So this is definitely a very, very strong situation for sure. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. So definitely not a good situation. This is eventually going to head towards DaCosta and Placido here. If the storm makes it up that far, but definitely looks like it's going to head into McFadden here. Right now, it looks like it's mostly over rural areas, so that's definitely good news here. Unfortunately, it will be making its way into McFadden in about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. So definitely, if you guys are not in your tornado shelter yet, definitely please move into your tornado shelter. Although this is still radar indicated, we still want to make sure that you guys are safe. So you definitely get to the lowest level of a sturdy building. If you are in a mobile home, try to get out of that mobile home and definitely seek shelter into a more sturdy building. Definitely, if you don't have a basement or a tornado shelter, get to the lowest level of the building that you're in. Definitely put as many walls between you and the outside as possible and stay away from windows, definitely. So it's definitely not a good situation for sure. Wow, okay, so that's good. That storm's actually moving off. I don't know. This one down here near O'Donnell's place, eventually heading into McFadden. This one looks to be the more stronger of the two here. So I'm surprised they actually let this expire down to the south. So that's very interesting. I want to see the velocity. I know it's going to be a little pixelated here. But yeah, this one down to the south near O'Donnell's place definitely looks to be a little bit more, at least a little bit more stronger than the one up to the north here. We do have that little kink here and that little sort of rotation here. Not really much. Maybe a land spout. But it definitely looks like they should have kept that tornado warning for McFadden here, especially as these cells come in. So that's very interesting that they did that. I'm actually surprised. So let's see here. Let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning here up to the north near El Campo and Ganado here. So this expires in about 8 more minutes. Severe thunderstorm was located over Ganado, or 11 miles northeast of Edna, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and tornado possible are the main hazards right now. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. So the locations impacted include El Campo, Ganado, and Louise. So if you live in those areas, definitely get to your shelter immediately. So definitely not good. This is heading up towards, this is actually impacting Hilgi and El Campo here. Eventually up towards Wharton, Huffman, and Lane City. So definitely be on the lookout for this. So definitely not a good situation. Let me actually toggle the SPC data really quickly. Oops, don't hit that one. Let me hit the actual severe weather data here. So you can see this enhanced risk actually stretches from Victoria all the way through Galveston, Beaumont, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Port Sulphur, Gulfport, Hattiesburg, Mobile, up through Pensacola, Crestview, and Destin. So this is a long way along I-10 here, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully. So there's enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms for a portion of coastal Texas into coastal areas of the lower Mississippi Valley. So severe thunderstorm winds, strong tornadoes, and large hail are likely today near the middle and upper Texas coast, with the damaging wind gusts. Tornado threat continuing eastward tonight across coastal areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the western Florida Panhandle. So definitely not a good situation for sure. So the surface low is intensifying, and this should continue along the western Gulf Coast today as a strengthening mid-level low pressure system overspreads the lower Mississippi Valley. Though a relatively stable low-level air mass remains in place inland, a moist and surface-based buoyant air mass resides immediately offshore of the southern Texas coastline. This air mass should be drawn roughly 50 to 150 nautical miles onshore into Texas ahead of the surface low throughout the afternoon and later tonight along the central Gulf Coast. Intense low-level jet, so we're looking at 50 to 80 knots, will also overspread the Gulf Coast shoreline ahead of the surface low, with vertical shear profiles and marginal but potentially adequate buoyancy promoting severe thunderstorm development through the period. So we definitely have to watch out for this system as well. So Texas shoreline this afternoon, elevated convection is ongoing across southeast Texas with an elevated warm air advection regime ahead of the surface low. With time, continued low-level moisture advection, so dew points will definitely be on the increase, and limited daytime heating will encourage gradual surface-based destabilization immediately ahead of the surface low for the Texas counties along the shoreline here. As such, elevated thunderstorms in these counties may gradually become surface-based. The 50 to 70 knot low-level jet, overspread by 80 to 100 knots of west-southwesterly 500 millibar flow, so mid-level flow here, will contribute to very large, highly curved photographs. Guidance suggests that near 70 to upper 60s degrees Fahrenheit surface temperatures and dew points, and resultant 500 joules per kilogram of CAPE is all that is needed to draw at least 300 to 500 meters squared per second squared of storm relative helicity into the effective inflow bearing layer. So these storms can definitely ingest streamwise vorticity very quickly, so it'll turn those horizontal vortexes that are out ahead of these storms into the vertical, definitely produce persistent mesocyclones, which could dynamically pipe down to the surface, generating strong tornadoes. So storms that root into the boundary layer may acquire strong rotation. Given the impressive low-level shear, any tornado that can form, whether brief or sustained, could be strong. An instance of two of large hail is also possible. An instance or two of large hail is also possible given the presence of near 7 degrees C per kilometer mid-level lapse rates. So that's definitely not good there. We can definitely see a lot of unstable air, a lot of very, very quick updrafts as well, very persistent updrafts. So definitely not good. So lower Mississippi Valley tonight, as the surface low approaches the lower Mississippi Valley this evening into tonight, a line of semi-discrete but strong thunderstorms should move across southern Louisiana into southern Mississippi and Alabama, immediately preceded by a marginal but potentially surface-based air mass. Though questions remain how far inland the buoyant air parcels will actually advect, at least some potential exists for mid to upper 60 dew points to overspread the coastal counties here. Should this occur, enough surface-based instability will be present, around 500 joules per kilogram of CAPE, to support a severe gust or tornado threat, giving impressive vertical shear profiles, similar to Texas during the day. So these storms are definitely going to move on to the east and definitely produce what they're producing now, and could actually be a little bit stronger, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Given the presence of very strong low-level shear, at least a couple of strong tornadoes are possible. So we're going to have to watch this very, very carefully as we move on to the east here, to the overnight hours, into the late evening hours tonight as well. So let's take a look at this. That tornado warning has actually been allowed to be extended here in Victoria, Texas. So let's actually take a look at this warning here. This actually has been extended for another 33 minutes. So this is for southeastern Victoria County and south central Texas. So a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near McFadden, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard is definitely tornado. Definitely some straight line damaging winds as well. Large hail, possibly up to golf ball size. We're going to have to watch this. So flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. So this will definitely result in a few power outages as well. So definitely not a good situation. So this danger storm will be near Bloomington around 1:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. Guadalupe around 1:10 p.m. DaCosta and Placido around 1:15 p.m. Woodhigh and Telferner around 1:20 p.m. This includes the following highways: U.S. Highway 59 between mile markers 628 and 630, and between mile markers 632 and 638. U.S. Highway 77 between mile markers 588 and 594. And U.S. Highway 87 between mile markers 816 and 824. So definitely not a good situation, guys. You can definitely see this storm is intensifying. Let me actually turn off the severe weather indices here so that we don't have any additional pop-ups that pop up on us here. We definitely want to try to keep the radar as clean as we can. But we can definitely see the velocity here. You can definitely see there could be a brief spin up here between Primo Stables and Terrell Ranch, right along Highway 77. You can see this green, yellow, and red going together here. So this is definitely indicative of rotation here. So we're going to have to watch this. Definitely a tornado could form here. I definitely want to start getting some spotters out here as well. So that'll definitely be... we're definitely going to build up the channel and definitely eventually get some spotters out in the field as well. I definitely want to be able to actually travel down to these locations and definitely chase these storms as well. So definitely see. So the future is definitely bright for the World Weather Authority team for sure. I definitely can't wait to see what the future holds and what the future has in store. So let's actually go to this storm. So we'll just move on up with the line here. All right, so this is the El Campo storm and Ganado storm here. So this expires in about 5 minutes. Actually, it may have expired now. So we still have that tornado watch in effect till 6 p.m. for south central and southeastern Texas. So to report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service, League City. So definitely, if you guys see anything going on out here, definitely large hail, flooding, power lines down, trees down, tornadoes, things like that, definitely report it to local law enforcement. They will definitely be able to relay that information to the National Weather Service. So definitely want to get those reports out there and keep people safe for sure. You can see Wharton and Sorrel here, up through Egypt here, definitely getting hit with that very, very torrential rainfall and large hail as well. So definitely not a good situation here. This is to the northeast of El Campo here. We're definitely going to watch this because this storm down to the south, if it continues to move into an environment conducive of tornadoes development, which it is, unfortunately, Edna and El Campo could definitely be in the line of this in I-59 here. So we have to watch this very, very carefully. So let's take a look at the Houston storm now to the north of Houston. We definitely want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. So this is Humboldt-Kingwood, as mentioned previously. This warning expires in 29 minutes. This is for southeastern Montgomery County and central Harris County in southeastern Texas. So at 12:53, so about 8 minutes to go. Actually a pretty long while ago. A severe thunderstorm was located near Aldine, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So we have 60 mile per hour wind gusts, definitely some large hail, damaging winds as well. And torrential rainfall. So locations impact include Humble, Jersey Village, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Aldine, Northside, Northline, Kingwood, Greater Greenspoint, Spring, Spring Valley, Spring Branch North, Northern Greater Heights, near Northside Houston, Spring Branch West, Hedwig Village, Hillshire Village, Bush Intercontinental Airport, Spring Branch East and Eastex, and Jensen area. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It's definitely a very, very strong cell coming in. It's getting ready to cross Lake Houston here into Huffman. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Kingwood, Humble, as well as Harmaston, and I would try to pronounce, let's see, Atascocita, maybe. I hope I didn't butcher that. I probably did. I do apologize for that. This is crossing I-45 here and up to the northeast, getting ready to cross I-69 here. So between Humble, Mount Houston, and Kingwood here. So definitely be on the lookout for very, very strong damaging wind gusts. Definitely a tornado could be possible, especially in this inflow notch here between Humble and Kingwood. So this would be near North Shore, right along I-69. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely can get very intense here. So definitely not good news. It looks like that severe thunderstorm warning near El Campo has actually expired, but they have inputted a special weather statement. So that's good news. At least they do have a special weather statement or some type of advisory or warning on this. So that's good news. It'll definitely get people's attention. So this expires in 27 minutes. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of eastern Wharton and southwestern Fort Bend counties through 1:30 p.m. So at 1:01 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Wharton, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail could definitely be possible. So gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Rosenberg, El Campo, Wharton, Needville, Pleak, Fairchilds, Beasley, Kendallton, Pierce, Bowling, Iago, Cummings, and Hungerford. So definitely if you live in those areas, definitely be on the lookout for a very, very strong storm. A lot of lightning. You definitely don't want to be caught outdoors in this situation. So definitely be on the lookout for that for sure. We still have that tornado warning going strong down to the south of Victoria, Texas here. This is still radar indicated. So this is heading into Guadalupe, Woodhigh, eventually into Inez and El Toro here. This expires in 25 minutes at 1:01 p.m. Central Standard Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles south of Saxett Lakes, or 8 miles north of McFadden, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So if a tornado does form, it'll definitely be on you pretty quickly. It's definitely hard to get out of the way of a tornado moving at 45 miles per hour. So flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Definitely some power outages as well, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. This dangerous storm will be near Guadalupe around 1:15 p.m., so about 10 minutes from now, and Telferner and Woodhigh around 1:20. This includes the following highways: U.S. Highway 59 between mile markers 628 and 638, U.S. Highway 77 between mile markers 588 and 592, and U.S. Highway between U.S. Highway 87 between mile markers 816 and 820. So you definitely could be impacted by a tornadic storm. Definitely be on the lookout in Edna as well as Ganado here. So we definitely have to watch out for this. And El Toro, if the storm does come up from the south and it's still tornado warned, you're definitely going to have to get into your tornado shelter definitely immediately. We do have a flash flood warning definitely in effect as well. Flash flood warning issued until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time by the National Weather Service in Houston and Galveston, Texas. So this is in League City has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern Austin County, northwestern Fort Bend County, southwestern Waller County, and northern Wharton County in southeastern Texas. So at 1:04 p.m. Central Standard Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 3 and 4 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. So the hazard is flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. So some locations that will experience flash flooding include Sealy, Wallace, Simonton, San Felipe, and southern western lakes. This includes the following low water crossings: Clemens Switch Road at Irons Creek and Farm to Market 1093 at Brazos River. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you guys happen across flooded roadways, definitely turn around, don't drown. Your life is more important than where you're going. So definitely be on the lookout for that for sure. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Just got to go check on one more thing. Definitely thank you guys for joining me. I will be back in a minute. Let me loop this radar, and I will be right back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on one second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I do apologize for that. Just had to go grab some stuff real quick. It was very interesting. We definitely have a interesting setup. It looks like some of these warnings are getting ready to expire here, so that's definitely good news. Let me actually switch back over to the warning to the south of Victoria, Texas here. Let me stop looping this radar because it's a little hard to follow when it's looping. At least when I'm actually on here. I like to loop it when I'm not on here, just to show you guys what's going on. The broader picture here. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of damaging winds here. So we could definitely see, upwards of 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. I'm surprised there's not a severe thunderstorm warning on this. But this tornado warning is expiring in about 18 minutes. It is possible that it could expire more quickly than that. It does actually look like it is weakening a little bit. So that's definitely good news here. It's definitely a messy setup here. But we're definitely going to have to watch out for storms heading into Point Comfort here, up through Edna and Ganado once again. We do have that storm here near Wharton. Let's actually take a look at that. Let's see here. So this is a special weather statement. So still 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Definitely probably around 50 or 55, I'd say, and half-inch hail. I could definitely see a severe thunderstorm warning being issued once again on this storm. Take a look at all that lightning here, guys. So this is definitely an important point as to why you should be indoors during severe release thunderstorms like this. You definitely don't want to be caught outdoors with a lot of lightning like this. You can definitely see it's actually striking out here to the south of Damon here. You can see that there's actually no thunderstorm activity going on. So that's definitely reason why you guys should definitely be indoors. Definitely if you're within 50 miles of a thunderstorm, you should be able to hear that thunder and then definitely get indoors. So it's definitely interesting to see that for sure. This is heading up towards Pleak, Fairchild, Needville, and Rosenberg as well. This is going to track right along I-69 here into Meadows Place, Sugarland, First Colony, Booth, Thompson as well. What's going on, brother? How are you? But yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy. So yeah, I can definitely see them issuing a severe thunderstorm warning on this, especially with this Boeing segment in the middle of this storm near Wharton. You guys definitely probably experienced wind gusts, definitely in excess of 40 miles per hour. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple 50s mixed in there as well. But I definitely see them issuing a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm for sure. This is to the south of East Bernard and to the southwest of Rosenberg for sure, down through Sugarland, and this is actually going to head right into downtown Houston. So we definitely have to watch out for this storm very proactively here. It looks like that tornado warning to the south of Victoria, Texas has been allowed to expire, just like I said. So yeah, it definitely looks like that storm weakened below those limits there. It looks like this storm to the south, actually to the northeast and north of Houston. So severe thunderstorm warning expires in about 15 minutes. We'll definitely see. This looks like it could get extended for sure up through, let's see here, to the north of Dayton, to the southeast of North Cleveland here, into Hardin, eventually into Carter Settlement and Simon's Bottom here in Gum Grove. I can definitely see this being extended for sure. So you have to watch out for this. So this is southeastern Montgomery and northeastern Harris counties. Locations impact include Humboldt, Kingwood, Spring, Lake Houston Dam, Bush Intercontinental Airport, Lake Houston, Atascocita, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, East Little York, Homestead, and East Houston, and Porter as well. So definitely be on the lookout for a strong thunderstorm coming in. You can definitely see how far those lightning strikes are striking outside of this storm. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This lightning is almost here into near the Simon's Bottom across Highway 321 here. You can see how far that storm system actually is away from that area. But you can definitely see there's a lot of damaging wind in this storm. I'm actually surprised that they're not issuing a severe thunderstorm warning, at least extending it. They should definitely have some wind gusts in excess of the severe limits here, so 58 miles per hour. Definitely have a strong mesocyclone forming here. We do have a little bit of an interface here to the east of Green Tree and Mills Branch as well. So this could possibly be the potential for where a tornado could form, or at least a brief spin-up. So we're going to have to watch this very, very closely. Definitely not a good situation. And then to reiterate this flash flood warning, so this expires at 3 p.m. So this is southeastern Austin County, northwestern Fort Bend County, southwestern Waller County, and northwestern Wharton County, northern Wharton County, and southeastern Texas. So flash flooding caused by thunderstorm is the hazard here. So some locations include Sealy, Wallace, Simonton, San Felipe, southern Weston Lakes. This includes the following low water crossings: Clemens Switch Road at Irons Creek, and Farm to Market, 1093 at Brazos River. So definitely 3 to 4 inches of rain has already fallen in this area. So it's definitely a lot of rain. And additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches. I wouldn't be surprised if it was another 3 inches or so. Definitely possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. As I stated earlier, if you do see flooded roadways, definitely do not try to cross those flooded roadways. It doesn't matter where you're going. Your life is more important than to try to cross those roadways that are flooded. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So definitely turn around, don't drown, guys. It's definitely not good when you get caught up in floodwaters like that. And who knows how many rescue crews are out there. So it's definitely be on the lookout for that. Unfortunately, when you do get caught in these floodwaters, if you do try to cross them, you're not only putting yourself at risk and whoever else is in your car at risk, but you're also putting at risk those who have to come rescue you. So definitely try to consider that as well. But like I said, definitely turn around, don't drown. Your life is more important than where you're going, so do not try to cross flooded roadways. Even if the roadway doesn't look that deep, covered in water, you definitely don't want to try to go across that because it could be deep in some locations. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Definitely don't want to be caught up in certain situations. But yeah, so we definitely have a lot of activity happening. We do have a little bit of a TVS signature trying to form as well. Definitely a strong mezzo. Definitely some small hail, though. Definitely right around pea-size hail, so I'm surprised. So it's definitely certainly possible that this storm is weakening a little bit. But definitely, nevertheless, it still has a lot of damaging winds. So definitely in excess of 60 miles per hour for sure. Heading into Kingwood, eventually into Gum Grove along Highway 99, down through up through Plum Grove, Roman Forest, Carter Settlement, Simon's Bottom, Dayton, Hardin, Tanner Settlement, and Franklin as well. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It's definitely a possible severe thunderstorm heading your way. This is to the northwest of Houston. Unfortunately, Houston, we're going to have to watch out for this storm just to the southwest here. This is near Rosenberg, Sugarland, and Alief here. A special weather statement is still ongoing on this storm, so winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Wouldn't be surprised if it was up near 50, 55, and half-inch hail are definitely possible. So gusty winds can knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible due to that hail and those winds. Definitely expect some power outages here in locations in Rosenberg, El Campo, Wharton, Needville, Pleak, Fairchilds, Beasley, Kendleton, Pierce, Bowling, Iago, Cummings, and Hungerford. Definitely be on the lookout for some very strong winds. And this storm will definitely be coming into Houston around 2:54 p.m. So we're going to have to watch this very, very closely. As Houston is a very populated area, so we're going to have to watch this. You can see there's a lightning strike actually in downtown Houston here. So this is near Bel Air and West University Place. This is to the south of 69, right around Sunset Boulevard and Bissonnette Street and Rice Boulevard. So this is right along I-69 here. So definitely you can see how far that lightning strike actually came out of the main storm system. Let's actually get a distance measurement on that. I'm very curious. So you can see the lightning, the main storm system is back here. So that lightning strike occurred about almost 40 miles outside of the main storm system. So definitely, like I said, if you're within if you're within 50 miles of a severe thunderstorm or a thunderstorm generating lightning, you definitely want to be definitely indoors. You definitely don't want to be in a swimming pool or anything like that. You definitely don't want to be caught out golfing, things like that. And I do know a lot of people like to golf in severe thunderstorms. Just know that you are putting your life at risk. So definitely be on the lookout for that. You definitely don't want to do that for sure. But I understand that golfing in the rain is fun, but I don't know about golfing in a severe thunderstorm. I'm not sure how much fun that would be. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't recommend that for sure. But yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy. We definitely have a lot of activity. Unfortunately, this activity is going to shift east into Beaumont, Baton Rouge, eventually into Lafayette as well, and later on tonight into the New Orleans area. So we're going to have to watch this very closely. New Orleans was hit by 2 EF3 tornadoes last year. Unfortunately, it could happen again. I'm not saying it is. I'm not I can't foresee the future. However, I do see that the atmospheric ingredients, the instability values as well, are definitely going to be there for tornadic development. So we're going to have to watch this very closely, especially into Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, even down through Golden Meadow, where some water spouts can come ashore. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So it's definitely a very, very intense situation. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab something real quick. Go grab a drink real quick. I will be right back. Let me loop the radar once again. I do apologize that I keep going off, but I'm definitely going to try to stay on for as long as I can. So we're definitely going to take a couple breaks here and there. So I definitely appreciate you guys joining me. Definitely hit that like button if you haven't. If you're enjoying the content, definitely hit that subscribe button as well. And enable notifications so that way you guys don't miss any weather updates in the future, because definitely later on tonight we're going to have a lot of severe storms coming in. I'm definitely going to try to stay up all night to see those storms, even though I do work at 4 a.m., but that's okay. We're going to stay up all night. But all right, guys, definitely be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I was definitely paying attention out there in the kitchen. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning popping up here. This is heading into Rosenberg, Sugarland, Alief, and into Houston here. Unfortunately, there is a tornado possible here, so it's a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Wharton County, central Fort Bend County, and southwestern Harris County in southeastern Texas. This is until 2 p.m., so we have a long while to go here. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and tornado possible. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Sugarland, Missouri City, Rosenberg, Stafford, Bel Air, West University Place, Richmond, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Mission Bend, Town West, Pecan Grove, Eldridge, West Oaks, Spring Branch West, First Colony, Addicts Park 10, Spring Branch North, Spring Valley, and Astrodome area. So definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. It's definitely a very, very intense situation. It's possible that a tornado could develop here. We can definitely see some of those little spin ups here. Definitely a lot of wind on the backside of the storm system as well. So we're definitely have to watch that for sure. So definitely not a good situation. This is along a QLCS, all extending all the way down from Rosenberg all the way down to Bay City. Actually, technically off the Gulf Coast here, near Palacios here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Even down through Bay City, definitely getting hit by some severe weather. We have to watch this cell, as we said earlier, as we saw earlier, I should say, down to the south of Victoria. This is now moving down to the southeast of Victoria, near Edna, eventually into LaSalle, Red Bluff, and Leeward as well, and Whitehall. This storm was capable of producing a tornado earlier, so definitely have to watch this. It could definitely spin up as it enters a more conducive environment. But yeah, it's definitely getting pretty crazy out here, guys. Definitely for sure. So we have a lot of warnings ongoing. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to watch this cell very closely as it comes into downtown Houston. So definitely not good. And definitely the warning includes a possible tornado. So definitely have to be on the lookout for that for sure. Yeah, so definitely not good, guys. So yeah, just to reiterate, so the enhanced risk expansion has included the concave coastline between Texas and Louisiana. So if you find yourself under a severe or tornado warning here, definitely take shelter immediately. Definitely get to the lowest level of the building that you're in. If you're in a mobile home, definitely try to get out of that mobile home. Unfortunately, mobile homes can be damaged or destroyed very quickly. In severe weather events like this, definitely take action and be weather ready. Definitely get to the lowest level. Definitely get to the interior of that lowest level as well. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Stay away from windows. Definitely flying debris, broken glass. Definitely not a good situation. Definitely not a good combination either. So we definitely have to keep an eye out on this. But this will be heading into downtown Houston. So definitely have to look out for this. Let me see what time frame we're looking at. So this will be moving down into downtown Houston around 2:46 p.m. So definitely not a good situation here. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this storm for sure. I'm curious what this cell is actually looking like. It's moving east-northeast at 47 miles per hour. So no tornado vortex signature just yet. So we do have VILs up to 42. So we're looking at about nickel to quarter size hail. So yeah, the max hail size about 1 inch. Hail probability 90%. Severe hail probability about 50%. So anything greater than quarter size is definitely possible. Meso strength of 6. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It looks like we do have an extension of the special weather statement as well. An actual hour extension of this. So let's take a look at this one. A line of strong thunderstorms will produce strong wind gusts into portions of eastern Wharton, southeastern Fort Bend, Brazoria, northeastern Matagorda, and southern Harris counties through 2:30 p.m. At 1:28 p.m., so about 2 minutes ago, Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from Fairchilds to 13 miles south of Matagorda, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, definitely possible. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects, definitely possibly even bringing down some power lines here. So locations impacted include Pearland, southeastern Missouri City, Matagorda, Lake Jackson, Alvin, Angleton, Eastern Bay City, Freeport, Clute, Manvel, West Columbia, Sweeney, Surfside Beach, Fresno, Richwood, Brazoria, Needville, Jones Creek, Danbury, and Arcola. So if you guys live in those areas, definitely be prepared for a very, very strong, intense line of storms to head into your area. So it's definitely not good. You can see that actually extends to the south of Sugarland all the way down to the coast here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This includes Bay City, Lake Jackson, Pearland, definitely a lot of areas in between. West Columbia, Angleton. This is along Highway 288, Highway 35. So definitely not a good situation, guys. Definitely a very, very strong and intense storm heading in. Let's take a look at this Houston storm as well, just to reiterate. National Weather Service in League City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Wharton County, central Fort Bend County, and southwestern Harris County and southeastern Texas until 2 p.m. So we got about 28 more minutes left of this severe thunderstorm warning, depending on if it gets extended or not. At 1:23 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Kendleton, or 10 miles southwest of Rosenberg, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Definitely a very, very fast-moving storm. Hazard includes 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, and a possible tornado or two. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Sugar Land, Missouri City, Rosenberg, Stafford, Bel Air, West University Place, Richmond, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Mission Bend, Town West, Pecan Grove, Eldridge, West Oaks, Spring Branch West, First Colony, Addicks Park 10, Spring Branch North, Spring Valley, and Astrodome area. So definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. Definitely a very, very strong and intense storm. This is actually part of a line, or a QLCS, extending from a leaf all the way down through Bay City, and actually all the way down to the coast here, so down through Matagorda. So definitely not a good situation for sure. And unfortunately, we have another line of storms definitely developing behind that. So definitely have to watch this very, very closely. So definitely not good news. This looks like it is going to head down into downtown Houston. Whether or not that severe thunderstorm warning will be extended to include Houston, we're definitely going to keep an eye out on that for sure. So definitely not good news. And eventually, like I said earlier, this will be heading into definitely into League City, Galveston, Texas City, over through Lumberton, Bevel Oaks, Port Arthur, Lake Charles, Cameron, Jennings, Lake Arthur, Jasper, Newton, over through Lafayette, Crowley, New Iberia, Baton Rouge, Jackson, Prairieville, Laplace, or Laplace, I guess, technically, Theobadou, Huma, Dulac, Golden Meadow, New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, Manville, Slidell, all the way down to Port Sulphur, extending over into Gulfport. So this includes Interstate 10, Interstate 55, Interstate 59, all the way through Gulfport, Mobile, even into Hattiesburg as well, Chatham, Waynesboro, Jackson, Monroeville, Evergreen, Atmore, Bruton, Crestview, all the way through Pensacola and Destin, and Gulf Shores as well. So this is definitely extending all the way through I-10, extending through Destin, all the way through back through Mobile, Gulfport, down through New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and Beaumont. So definitely not a good situation, guys. So it looks like the only two warnings available right now. So look, this flash flood warning here, the severe thunderstorm warning here as well, and then the special weather statement down to the south, which may be upgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll definitely have to watch this. But you can definitely see this is going to come straight into downtown Houston. So West University Place, along I-69 here, and I-610 as well, along I-10, down through Foster Place, Mayfair, Magnolia Park. Definitely get into your severe thunderstorm shelter as this comes in. It's definitely not a situation to play with for sure. We could definitely expect wind gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour, definitely some large hail up to quarter size. It could possibly be extended above quarter size into about $half size, but definitely be on the lookout for that. Some hail damage is definitely going to take place, and this is a very populated area, unfortunately, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm curious to see if I can actually pull up. Let me check and see here. And definitely thank you guys for joining. Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. Definitely hit that like button as well, and share this information out there to those that need it the most. So let's see here. Let me see if I can pull up any live cameras from Houston. So yeah, I definitely have a little bit of allergies or something. So I'm curious if I'm actually able to. So these are still shots. So let's see here. So this is EarthCam. Let me actually try to pull this up really quickly. We're going to put this in its own separate window so that way it's easier to get at. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just want to pull up a Houston camera real quick. I'm just kind of curious at what we can get. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're looking at downtown Houston now. So it's definitely pretty interesting. This is from EarthCam. You can definitely see those very, very ominous skies out there. Definitely very overcast for sure. But we can definitely see, if we zoom in a little bit, we can see the skyline there. We can see those low clouds in the background. Very dark through Houston here. Unfortunately, you can see that rain shield coming in as well. Let me just make sure this is the live data here. I wish this was actually live. Let me see here. Oops, let me go back one more time. I have to refresh this data once again. There we go. But you can see that rain coming in. So it's definitely not a good sign here. But you can definitely see it's very gray. The skies are very gray here. We definitely have that severe thunderstorm coming in from the southwest. So we're going to have to watch that very, very carefully. Let's flip back to radar real quick. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. And nevertheless, very, very intense situation happening. A lot of lightning down here near Rosenberg, Pleak, Needville as well, up through Sugarlands. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. Let me see if I can pull up another camera. Maybe we can get a live camera. Curious here to see. All right, let me pull this back up, see what we got. All right, let's actually pull up this live camera of Houston. It's definitely very interesting. Might actually leave this up also, maybe. So this is webcam taxi here. Let's see. All right, so take a look at downtown Houston, guys. You can definitely see just how cloudy it really is out there and how rainy the conditions are. So definitely not good. But yeah, we have that severe thunderstorm coming in from the southwest. That's getting ready to impact Houston here. You can definitely see. You can see that camera shaking a little bit. That's definitely from those gusty winds. This is from webcamtaxi.com. So this is downtown Houston. This is from ABC 13 here. But it's definitely very interesting. So we can tap into this webcam here. So it's pretty cool, pretty neat that we can actually use this on stream. But yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting here. But you can definitely see how actual, what kind of mess is out there for sure. We can definitely see how reduced visibilities can definitely become a very, very big issue. Definitely, no doubt. Actually, not as far as I can see, there's not a lot of people on the roads there. At least as far as I can see, there probably is, but it's very hard to actually tell from the rain that's ongoing there. Definitely a lot of rain coming down for sure. I definitely want to be interested to see when this storm actually comes through. We're going to have to try to tap back into this camera again. But for now, let's actually get off of this camera. And let's go back into the radar data here. There we go. So we can definitely see a lot of rain heading into Houston. You can definitely see the severe thunderstorm warning is still expires in about 17 minutes. So this is for central Fort Bend and southwestern Harris counties. So a severe thunderstorm was located over northern Rosenberg, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazards include 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, definitely tornado possible for sure. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Sugar Land, Missouri City, Rosenberg, Stafford, Bel Air, West University Place, Richmond, Hunters Creek Village, Bunker Hill Village, Piney Point Village, Mission Bend, Town West, Pecan Grove, Eldridge, West Oaks, Spring Branch West, First Colony, Addicts Park 10, Spring Branch North, Spring Valley, and Astrodome area. So we definitely have to watch out for this very, very closely. Definitely can see this severe thunderstorm definitely being extended into the Houston area. As this storm comes in, I am going to pull that webcam back up so that way we can get footage of it. Just to show you guys from Webcam Taxi. We'll definitely be able to see what kind of conditions, to see how fast they deteriorate, especially into the Houston area. So we could definitely expect a lot of these conditions in major cities to definitely occur. So definitely very interesting. So let's see here. So we got 3 warnings ongoing. So that special weather statement is still going strong here. So you can see that QLCS to the east of Bay City heading towards Lake Jackson into Pearland as well. We got this storm heading off to the northeast, definitely impacting Sugar Land for sure. Definitely a leaf as well. This is definitely going to come into Houston. So once this does come into Houston, we're going to tap back into that camera, the webcam taxi, just to show you guys. And that's free footage. You're allowed to broadcast that footage. So we'll definitely take a look at that for sure once this comes in. But just to reiterate, guys, so we do have that enhanced risk that extends all the way from Victoria, Texas, all the way through the Florida Panhandle here. So definitely not good. So severe thunderstorm winds and a threat of damaging tornadoes is expected today across the middle upper Texas coast and then eastward tonight across coastal areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the western Florida panhandles. We'll definitely be on top of that information for you guys just to show you, especially later on tonight. It's definitely not going to be a good situation for sure. I can see here as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a severe thunderstorm warning or a special weather statement to the southeast of North Cleveland and to the north of Liberty here. Where these two cells are definitely converging, creating a very dangerous situation for sure. But I'm curious to see if Houston's going to be extended into this severe thunderstorm warning. All right, guys, I'll be right back in a couple minutes. I'm going to grab something real quick, make sure the data looks good on the TV in the living room, because I actually have it running out there, so I want to make sure that everything's actually looking good out there. So then let me go check on Hopper real quick, make sure he's okay. All right, hang on one second, folks. Thank you for joining. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just back. I was checking out the footage actually from the living room TV, and we do have a new tornado warning that popped up here. So this is definitely not good, guys. So tornado warning issued at 1:45 p.m., extending all the way till 2 p.m. So we have about 12 more minutes of this. So definitely have to watch out for this. So this is tornado warning for east central Fort Bend County and north central Brazoria County and southeastern Texas. This is until 2 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Thompson's, or 10 miles south of First Colony, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard is tornado. This is radar indicated right now. This is not observed yet, but it definitely could be. We'll definitely keep an eye on this. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. So this dangerous storm will be near southeastern Riverstone around 1:50 p.m., so about a minute from now, so definitely get to your tornado shelter if you haven't done so immediately. Around Sienna Plantation around 1:55 p.m., and around Fresno, Arcola, Iowa Colony, and Fort Bend, Houston around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just to reiterate, this is a tornado warning. So this is to the south. This is going to go to the south of Houston. So definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. It's definitely a very, very dangerous situation. Let's actually stop looping this radar and take a look at that inflow notch right there, and then this Boeing segment. Right on the top of this Boeing segment, right in here is where that tornado is going to be. So this is going to head right into Thompson's. If there is a tornado on the ground, so we're going to have to keep eye on this very, very quickly, very intently. Definitely looks like right now a very strong microburst or macroburst activity going on here. So definitely not good. But if that tornado is forming, it is forming right over Lockwood Road, YU Jones Road, and Googles Road as well. And this is on YU Jones Road and Lou Edwards Road. So this is the southwest of Thompson. So if you live in Thompson, definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. This is definitely not a situation to play with, guys. This is going right over the Brazos River, eventually into Trommels as well, right along Highway 6 into DeWalt. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It's a very, very dangerous tornadic storm that could definitely produce a tornado here. It is still radar indicated at the moment, but it can definitely change very rapidly. So we're definitely have to keep an eye out on this for sure. Let's see if there's any correlation coefficient. On the ground, it is possible right here, guys. There's two areas of concern. We're going to see how much hail's in this storm system first. So there is a good bit of hail. Unfortunately, it is co-located with those correlation coefficient drops. So those CC drops. So it could be that we have either a tornado or it's just due to the actual hail falling. But we could see a little bit further here. This one looks more related to hail. This one, unfortunately, looks like to a brief spin up. This is to the east of and southeast of Wally Corner. So this could definitely be a tornado on the ground here, guys. This is definitely a very dangerous situation. This is right over Big Creek, heading towards Rabs Bayou here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This could definitely be a brief spin-up tornado here. This is going to head up towards Duke as well, and eventually towards Iowa Colony. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This could definitely be a very dangerous situation developing. So we're going to have to keep our eye out on this. So we could have right in here, it's right through Thompson's, we could have that tornado developing. We do have a lot of torrential rainfall and large hail as well. It doesn't look like Houston has been upgraded yet, at least into the severe storm. But I do want to show you guys that footage once again, rather quickly, as long as we can access this footage once again. And let's actually put this on the screen here. Take a look at downtown Houston, guys. Look how dark this actually is. Look how you can barely see the buildings out there. So that's definitely pretty crazy. It's very, very, very hard to see. You can see how much precipitation and how much cloud matter is actually in the air at this point. So it's definitely not good. Definitely a lot of lightning strikes there, as you saw there. So definitely be on the lookout. So definitely a very, very intense storm coming into downtown Houston. We're going to continue to monitor the situation. Again, this is from Webcam Taxi. But you guys can definitely see. So if you guys go to webcamtaxi.com and look at the Houston camera, you guys can definitely follow along and keep track of this storm as it comes through downtown Houston. But it's very obscure. You can see that there's only about one or two buildings left showing through the actual rain bands here. So it's definitely very intense. So I definitely want to keep this on screen for a little bit, see if we can get some more lightning strikes. It's definitely very interesting. So you definitely don't want to be caught out in this storm. Even driving could be very, very treacherous. Definitely ponding on the road, so watch out for hydroplaning as well. Definitely try to reduce your speeds on the interstates and the roads that you're traveling on down here in downtown Houston and points to the southwest. But definitely be on the lookout for that. It's definitely not a good situation as we head into Houston here. And then actually to the southwest of Houston, just a little bit south of this thunderstorm that's coming in. So let's actually go back to radar so we can see that. But we can definitely see that tornado warning still ongoing down to the southwest. This is to the west of Manville here. So this is heading into Duke, heading into Thompson's as well. So let me get that stuff out of the way there. Let's actually look at the velocity measurements. And it really looks like it's a sort of microburst event here. So definitely not good. Not good in terms of this storm system for sure. Let's actually go back to the correlation coefficient. We still have that CC drop here down to Wiley Corner here and a little bit up near Smithers Lake or Smithers Lakes. We're going to have to watch out for that heading into Thompson's. So if you guys live in Thompson's, you live in Trammels, actually, guys, it definitely looks like a tornado could be on the ground here. This could definitely be a confirmed tornado. It is still, yep, there it is. It observed, guys. This is an actual tornado on the ground. So definitely not good, guys. This is an observed tornado. So let's actually click on that. So this is a damaging tornado. Radar confirmed tornado was located near Sienna Plantation or near Fresno, moving northeast at 45. So it's definitely a very strong tornado here. This is near Fresno and Arcola around 2 p.m. Iowa Colony and Fort Bend, Houston, around 2:05, and Western Manville around 2:10. Other locations in this path of this tornadic storm include Joliet, but we definitely have an observed tornado on the ground now. So this is definitely not good. You can see that debris ball showing up. So this is to the southwest of Sienna. So if you guys live in Sienna, right on Waters Lake Boulevard, Mount Logan, Sienna Parkway, in the neighborhoods here, just to the east of Brazos River, definitely get into your tornado shelter. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground here. Definitely very, very damaging. Definitely looks like it's lofting debris, but it's about a little over almost 1,200 yards in width. So it's definitely a very, very intense tornado. Definitely could be very violent. Definitely a large tornado for sure here, but this is observed. So definitely not a good situation. Let me flip back to the camera really quickly. Let's flip back to webcam taxi once again just to show you guys. The buildings have pretty much disappeared in Houston now behind the rain. So we'll definitely see that here, guys. But take a look at this. You can barely see those buildings now in Houston. So it's definitely not good. So if you guys live in Houston, hopefully everybody's taking shelter. Hopefully nobody is out in this storm. It's definitely very, very intense. We do have a tornado down to the southwest of Houston, to just off to the west of Manville. We're definitely going to go back to the radar here in a moment. But just to show you guys, take a look at Houston. It's completely covered in rain. Definitely not good here. But we'll definitely keep monitoring this situation for sure. Let's go back to Radar Omega again. Let's actually go back into that tornado warning here down to the south. This is heading in towards Duke. Heading towards Sienna. So if you guys live in Sienna, Duke, Arcola Junction, Arcola, definitely get into your tornado shelter immediately. This is definitely a tornado. It is observed. It is going right through the town of Sienna right now. So definitely not good. This is going through Mount Logan, Waters Lake Boulevard, Oyster Creek. You can definitely see it's right over these neighborhoods here, guys. So definitely not a good situation. You can definitely see that correlation coefficient drop. Let's get a actual measurement of the width of this tornado. So it's almost 5 football fields in width. But you can definitely see it is very intense. You see that velocity is definitely picking up on that. It's right between this interface zone, so definitely a lot of winds here. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But definitely we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground here. So that's definitely not a good situation for sure. I'm curious if I can pull up. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if Sienna has a live cam or not. We can check. This is definitely not a good situation, guys. Definitely not at all. We definitely have that confirmed tornado on the ground heading. It's actually going right through Siena here. So definitely not good. Let me get rid of that webcam there. Let's go back to the radar. Let's go back to the correlation coefficient again. See if it's still on the ground. There it is, guys, getting right through Siena here, getting right over Waters Lake Boulevard into these neighborhoods. You guys can see these houses. They're very, very close together here. There's a lot of impacted. So this community is being impacted, unfortunately, by a tornado at this point. It's about 5 football fields in width, so definitely not good. If you live in Arcola Junction, and Duke, especially here within these neighborhoods here on Fenn Road. If you live on Barley Lane, One Oak Chase Road, McAdams Lane as well, Gussie May Lane, definitely get into your tornado shelter immediately. You have a tornado definitely approaching your area very quickly, so definitely be on the lookout for that. It's definitely not a good situation, guys. It's definitely very intense, and it's actually observed. We can see that. So this is located near Siena Plantation or near Fresno, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So it's heading right over Fresno and Arcola around 2 p.m., so just a minute from now. Iowa Colony and Fort Bend, Houston around 2:05 p.m. and Western Manville around 2:10. And other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Joliff. So if you guys live in these areas, definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. This is definitely not a situation to play with, guys. You can definitely see it's definitely heading into some populated areas, unfortunately. And it is confirmed we do have a tornado on the ground. So definitely not good. This is to the southwest of Houston. So pretty significant distance from Houston. So let's actually get a measurement on that. So let's see here. This is about 19 miles southwest of Houston. Interestingly enough, that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Let's actually see if that is the case. Let's see if there's any CC drops. Let's see. It still looks like there's a little bit of debris in the air, so I'm not entirely sure why they allowed that tornado warning to expire. But as we can see, it looks like it's still on the ground, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully. So let's go back to the high resolution reflectivity. So this storm is heading into Houston, so let's flip over back to the live camera one more time, guys. So this is Webcam Taxi. If you guys want to follow along, definitely go to Webcam Taxi and take a look at the Houston camera. That's crazy. You can't even tell that the city's actually behind these curtains here. You can definitely see the rain curtains. Definitely not good. But you can see this area of activity here definitely moving into Houston. So this is Webcam Taxi. So this is definitely not good. You can see that severe thunderstorm warning actually has been pushed down to the south. So we'll definitely look at the radar and take a look at that as well. But it's definitely not a good situation. This is the Houston live cam from Webcam Taxi, but you can barely see those buildings back there. You can see a lot of lightning strikes. You can definitely see the reduced visibility it's creating in the area. So this is the Houston camera. So definitely be on the lookout. You can definitely see a very significant situation happening in Houston. So definitely not good, guys. Definitely not good at all. You can see those lightning strikes happening as well. But it's definitely not a good situation. Let's flip back over to the radar here. You can see there's a severe thunderstorm warning that has been extended down to the south. So this expires in 28 minutes. This is for western Galveston County, southeastern Fort Bend County, Brazoria County, east central Matagorda County, and south central Harris County in southeastern Texas. This is until 2:30 p.m., so about 28 more minutes. A line of severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Arcola to Holiday Lakes to near Sweeney, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So definitely a very, very fast-moving storm system. Hazard includes 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Definitely a possible tornado as well, so we're going to have to keep our eye on that. Expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include southern Pasadena, Pearland, League City, southeastern Missouri City, Galveston Island West End, Friendswood, Lake Jackson, Alvin, Angleton, Dickinson, Santa Fe, Freeport, Clute, Webster, Hitchcock, Manville, West Columbia, Sweeney, Surfside Beach, and Clear Lake. So definitely we have to be on the lookout for that for sure. Let's get a look at the velocity measurements here. You can definitely see those damaging winds for sure. So not a good situation. Definitely possible microburst heading in. Definitely Duke got hit by that. Iowa Colony and Manville. This is heading towards Brookside Village, Pearland, Friendswood, and Webster. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is right along Highway 288 here. So definitely not a good situation. Houston definitely getting hit by that storm as well. Let's go back into the correlation coefficient. Definitely looks like that tornado has lifted, but unfortunately it did go through Siena. So that is not good. It actually tracked right across Brazos River, went through Siena Parkway, Mount Logan, Waters Lake Boulevard, and actually hit some of these neighborhoods down here. And it was actually observed. So definitely have to watch out for this. So this storm is definitely has the capability of producing tornadoes. So definitely not a good situation, guys. Not at all. Let's go back to the Houston web taxi camera, just to show you guys what's going on in downtown Houston. So definitely not good, but you can definitely see still very, very dark in Houston. Definitely those visibilities have dropped significantly. We used to be able to see the buildings out there in the distance, but now, unfortunately, all we see is cloud matter and precipitation. You can see those lightning strikes happening as well, so definitely not a good situation for Houston. Definitely hope that you guys are out there. But definitely be on the lookout for that. We can definitely check Magnolia Parkway off 288 here. Let me pull that up quickly here. Let's see here. Let's flip back to the radar real quick. Yeah, up and down 288 here. So it's definitely not good. All the way through, down through Cedar Lake, Lake Jackson, Angleton as well. All the way through Chenango here, Bonnie as well. Rusharon, Meridiana here, Iowa Colony, Manville, Sedona Lakes, all the way up through Brookside Village, along 288 here, all the way through Houston here now, up through Myrtle, Foster Place, and Houston. You can see that massive precipitation shield and those massive lightning strikes coming in, so definitely not a good situation. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely pretty crazy. Definitely a very intense situation. Let's check the velocities here. But we do have that microburst event definitely happening here near Iowa Colony, Arcola here, near Panoma, Sedona Lake, right along 101, 566, 92, 59. So definitely be on the lookout for that for sure. This is heading over towards Brookside Village and Pearland, eventually over into League City as well. Definitely hitting Pasadena here, and eventually down through Angleton and Treasure Island, Lake Jackson as well. So definitely not good. So up and down 288, you guys are definitely getting hit with a very, very intense thunderstorm. This is definitely a long QLCS event. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So definitely Athena, definitely stay safe down there for sure. Definitely don't want to be caught outdoors. Definitely get into the lowest level of an interior of your building. Definitely make sure you're away from windows. This storm system definitely produced tornadoes and brief spin-ups, so we're going to have to watch this very closely. So definitely just act like this is a tornado warning. Definitely get into a shelter immediately. You definitely don't want to be caught driving along 288 here. It's definitely a very, very intense situation for sure. We definitely want to make sure you're safe. And definitely have a plan in place. Definitely, like I said, definitely if you're in a building, definitely head down to the lowest level. And definitely get into the interior. Definitely try to put as many walls between you and the outdoors as possible. Definitely stay away from windows. But definitely, please stay safe out there. It's definitely a very intense situation for sure. Let's take a look at Houston again for sure. It's definitely pretty crazy here. So we're on the backs. We're in the middle and on the back side of this storm, so we're going to have to watch this carefully. Let me see here. Probably have to reset this footage here. We may have actually lost the camera. Let me check, make sure that's correct or not. Yeah, and actually the camera footage is actually down at the moment. So that's definitely not good news for Houston. So definitely some wind gusts, definitely some power outages, definitely expected there. So let's go back to the radar here. So we did lose the actual camera footage from the webcam taxi website in Houston. So that's definitely not good. You can definitely see all that lightning in the area, so and all that wind and rain. So definitely, it's certainly possible that we lost power to that camera. So not a good situation. So just to reiterate, if you guys live in western Galveston County, southeastern Fort Bend County, Brazoria County, east central Matagorda County, and south central Harris County in southeastern Texas, definitely take shelter immediately. This is a very intense severe thunderstorm. Definitely tornadoes are possible in this storm. This is until 2:30 p.m. So a line of thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Arcola to Holiday Lakes down to near Sweeney, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, some large hail, and definitely possible tornado. And torrential rainfall is definitely likely in this storm system. This is for southern Pasadena, Pearland, League City, southeastern Missouri City, Galveston Island, West End, Friendswood, Lake Jackson, Alvin, Angleton, Dickinson, Santa Fe, Freeport, Lake Jackson, Alvin. Let me actually go back. Clute, Webster, Hitchcock, Manville, West Columbia, Sweeney, Surfside Beach, and Clear Lake. So if you guys live in this area, definitely be on the lookout. It's definitely very, very intense here, especially as you get into Iowa Colony, Duke, and Manville. Eventually into Alvin as well. Rasharon definitely getting hit. Lock Ridge, Bonnie definitely about to get hit as well. Holiday Lakes, down through Angleton, Snipe, and down through Lake Jackson and Brazoria here. You can definitely see that this QLCS, or this linear storm system, is definitely wreaking havoc across the area. And unfortunately, like I said earlier, we did lose coverage to that actual webcam from Webcam Taxi, the Houston camera. Check to see if it's back up again. It looks like it is. Let's go back over to that once more just to show you guys what's actually happening here. But take a look at the Houston camera, guys. It's completely white here. It definitely looks like a whiteout. It almost resembles like a whiteout in snow, but this is not snow, guys. This is rain, hail, and damaging winds. But you can definitely see those lightning strikes out in the distance as well. So definitely not a good situation for Houston. You guys got about 20 more minutes left of this storm system, and then you'll be back on the back end of this. But unfortunately, there are a couple storms coming up from the southwest once again near Needville and Pleak and Rosenberg that are definitely going to impact that area. But definitely be on the lookout, guys. So this is in Houston. You can definitely see it's very hard to see. Earlier, we could actually see a couple buildings there, but unfortunately now we can't see anything. So not good. So let's switch back over to the radar here. You can see all that lightning from Houston, Pasadena, all the way down through Manville. Definitely see there is a lot of strikes. So definitely not good. Let me actually see how many strikes there are per minute. Definitely look that information up quickly. All right, so we're looking at about 244 strikes per minute, so one every 2 seconds. So that's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot of lightning happening here. That's from the lightningmap.org, so you guys can definitely check that out. I'm not going to share that on the stream because that would technically be, that could be a copyright issue there with Lightning Map. But there is 244 strikes per minute in this area, so definitely you can see how much lightning there is definitely in the area. So definitely not a good situation for sure. So this is down through Houston all the way through Lake Jackson here, extending off the coast here down through Cedar Lake. But this is going to impact Treasure Island, Bay Harbor as well. I could definitely see Bay Harbor taking a brunt of some of this weather as well, so we're definitely have to watch this. And even Galveston, Texas City as well. So definitely not good. All right, guys, I'm going to go check on something real quick. I will be right back. Definitely thank you for joining me. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely hit that like button if you haven't, guys. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. And then enable notifications so you guys don't miss any weather updates. I will be right back in a couple minutes. Thank you, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I do see a new tornado warning has popped up, so we're going to take a look at that. This is for areas near Pearland, down to the south, down towards South Houston, Pasadena here. This is an observed tornado, so definitely be on the lookout for this. This is for north central Brazoria County and southeastern Harris County and southeastern Texas. This is until 2:30 p.m. A confirmed tornado is located over South Pearland, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard is damaging tornado. Emergency management confirmed the tornado here, guys, so definitely be on the lookout for that. This tornado will be near northern Friendswood, Greater Hobby area, and Edgebrook around 2:20 p.m. It's about 6 minutes. Webster, South Belt, Ellington, and Ellington Field around 2:25. And southwestern Pasadena, western Seabrook, Clear Lake, Nassau Bay, Taylor Lake Village, El Lago, and the Johnson Space Center around 2:30 p.m., guys. So it definitely looks like it's going to impact the Johnson Space Center and a lot of these communities. So definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately here, guys. This is definitely not a good situation for sure. This is going to get ready to cross Highway 45 or Interstate 45 here. Let's take a look at the velocity measurements, and let's take a look at correlation coefficient so we can actually see where this tornado is. So yeah, definitely right over Pearland here, guys. So it's definitely right in here. We can definitely see that tornado is definitely confirmed. This is near Pearland Parkway, heading into the neighborhoods here near Highland Meadows Drive, near Riverstone Ranch. This is heading into Country Club Drive as well, near Augusta Drive, Champion Drive, Letrim Drive, Cork Circle, Goldcrest Drive, Crest Moon Court, all the way through Kilkenny Drive, Eagles Way, and Hook Left Drive, guys. So definitely be on the lookout for this. Definitely a damaging tornado has been spotted by local emergency management officials. So we're going to have to watch this very, very carefully as this actually moves off to the east-northeast. Just to reiterate, tornado warning issued January 24th at 2:10 p.m. until 2:30 p.m. by the National Weather Service in Houston and Galveston, Texas. So this is for north central Brazoria County and southeastern Texas, southeastern Harrison County, and southeastern Texas. This tornado is observed, so definitely get in your tornado shelter immediately. So the confirmed tornado was located over southern Pearland, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Do not try to outrun this tornado. Get to shelter immediately. This is a damaging tornado. This is confirmed by emergency management. This tornado will be near northern Friendswood, Greater Hobby area, and Edgebrook at around 2:20. So you got about 4 minutes to get to your tornado shelter immediately, or get to the lowest level of an interior building, away from windows, and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This will be near Webster, South Belt, Ellington, and Ellington Field around 2:25, and southwestern Pasadena, western Seabrook, Clear Lake, Nassau Bay, Taylor Lake Village, El Lago, and the Johnson Space Center around 2:30. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So definitely the gentlemen and those here in NASA, definitely be on the lookout for this. This is definitely heading your way, so definitely not good. Definitely a confirmed tornado on the southwestern side of Houston, Texas. So this could possibly impact the NASA area. So this is going to cross I-45 here, right along NASA 1 here. Seabrook as well, over through Shore Acres. So definitely be on the lookout. This is going to head up towards Pecan Plantation as well. Let's see if we can gauge where this tornado is. Let's see. It's very interesting. It's a very messy situation, but it looks like it's still around this area. So this is right over, let me get these names. This is right over Honey Meadow Lane, right over Cecil Summers Way, Stampede Canyon Lane, Sleepy Hollow Trail Lane, Cecil Summers Court, Hughes Ranch, Solero Ridge Lane, Paintbrush Ledge Lane, as well as the Riverstone Lake. Definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. We also have that area up near Hughes Road, Riverstone Ranch, Black Hawk Boulevard as well, and definitely into some of these neighborhoods. We're going to have to watch this situation very closely, as it does look like there are a few areas where this tornado could definitely be at. It actually looks like there's 2 or 3 areas of spin-ups that we see in this line. Let's actually go back to the radar so we can see what's going on here. We definitely have that kink coming in near Skyscraper Shadows. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We also have one near Humble Camp as well, out to the north or the east of this. Let's take a look at the velocity measurements. So right in here, guys. So the tornado could definitely be situated here. This is going to cross South Sam Houston Parkway East. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This is heading up towards Black Hawk Boulevard. We also have a little bit of rotation down here near Hughes Road as well. And down here is the aforementioned areas that we said. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This is Highland Meadows Drive and Riverstone Ranch. So definitely not good, guys. Definitely not good at all. Yeah, there's definitely 3 areas that this could definitely be in. So that's not good. This is ranging from Black Hawk Boulevard all the way down through Hughes Road, and then all the way into some of these neighborhoods here down Riverstone Ranch, right over Stampede Canyon and Sleepy Hollow Trail Road here. So that's definitely not good. Let's get a distance measurement on some of these. So let's see what we got here. I'm just curious. So this one looks to be about 3 football fields. Depending on if that actually is a tornado or not, this one looks to be the more likely culprit here. This is the same thing, about 3.5 football fields in width. So unfortunately, this is heading towards the Johnson Space and Flight Center. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And a lot of communities out ahead of that are definitely going to be impacted as well. This is north central Brazoria County and southeastern Harris County. So this is damaging tornado. Emergency management confirmed this tornado. This tornado will be near, so it's definitely right over Friendswood, Greater Hobby area, Edgebrook. Right now, Webster, Southbelt, Ellington, and Ellington Field around 2:25 p.m. And southwestern Pasadena, western Seabrook, Clear Lake, Nassau Bay, Taylor Lake Village, El Lago, and the Johnson Space Center around 2:30. So about 10 more minutes. We're going to have to watch this very, very quickly and very attentively. It's definitely not good. Definitely not a good situation at all. Very curious on where this tornado is actually located at. Space Center Boulevard. Might actually be... This kind of looks like hail to me, but maybe this is not hail actually. Just to the south of Humble Camp and Olcott here. So that's definitely not good. So this is definitely going to track across Red Bluff Road here. So yeah, it's definitely not good. Definitely not good at all. But yeah, that definitely looks like... And over Genoa here we go, guys. So definitely, this is not good. This definitely looks like the potential spot for a tornado right over Genoa. Right, heading right over Galveston Road. This is definitely where the tornado is, guys. So we have that. We do have that debris ball on radar here. This is right over Burke Road, Crenshaw Road, heading up to Preston Road, Fairmont Parkway, Preston Road here, Mickey Gilley Boulevard, Vista Road, right along the Busway 8 here, and East Sam Houston Parkway, Spencer Highway, right across Golden Acres here, guys. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is definitely heading into the area. You can definitely see there's where that tornado is located. That is definitely not good. I'm very surprised that they are saying this is radar indicated now, because this is definitely a debris ball on radar. So this is definitely a very, very high correlation coefficient drop. This is right over Burke Road and Crenshaw Road. So definitely not good, guys. This is definitely a very, very intense situation. Let's just see how wide this thing actually is. This could be possibly... about a little over 8.5 football fields in width, so definitely very, very intense situation for sure. You can definitely see that major debris ball occurring here. So not good. Yeah, definitely not good, guys. Wow. So this is going to head right up towards Golden Acres here. Eventually towards the Pecan Plantation here, up through Center Street, East Pasadena Boulevard, Kingsdale Drive, Red Bluff Road, Spencer Highway. So not a good situation, guys. This is definitely a confirmed tornado on the ground. I'm surprised it still says radar indicated. I do not believe that's radar indicated. It's definitely heading up through Golden Acres. It definitely lost a little bit of intensity here. We're definitely have to keep an eye out on this. This is getting ready to cross East Sam Houston Parkway South, just to the south of Golden Acres here, across Vista Road, Spencer Highway, Randolph Road, Red Bluff Road, Kingsdale Drive, in Center Street. So if you guys live in these areas, definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. This is not a situation to play with, guys. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. I can guarantee you that this is an actually confirmed tornado, even though it says radar indicated here. There we go. Now it's observed. There we go. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado is located over southeastern South Belt, Ellington, moving east at 45. This is a particular dangerous situation. Take cover now. Damaging tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. So this will be near northern Clear Lake around 2:30. In western Pasadena around 2:35, so definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. This is definitely a very, very large tornado for sure. Definitely not good. But this is definitely the location of the tornado here, guys. This is heading towards Spencer Highway, Vista Road, Spencer Highway, Red Bluff Road here, crossing East Sam Houston Parkway South, at the moment, just south of Golden Acres here. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is a very, very intense and violent tornado. It is observed, just to reiterate, southeastern Harris County here till 2:30 p.m. So we have about 5 more minutes of this. So a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado is located over southeastern South Belt, Ellington, moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Damaging tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. The tornado will be near northern Clear Lake around 2:30, so 5 more minutes. Get to your tornado shelter immediately, guys. This is not a situation to play with. Western Pasadena around 2:35 as well, so definitely get to your tornado shelter. This is a very, very long, very, very violent tornado. You can see just the width of this tornado. This is just the south of Golden Acres here. This is heading off to the northeast here. Let's actually get a distance measurement on the actual debris ball itself. I'm very curious here. This is about a little over 1,000 yards in width, so over 10 football fields. So a very, very large and dangerous, destructive tornado is on the ground. This is heading towards Red Bluff, Kingsdale Drive, Center Street, Pasadena Boulevard. Let's definitely be on the lookout for that, guys. It's definitely very, very strong here. You can see the black even showing up here, so that's not good. This is heading off Randolph Road, Kingsdale Drive, Red Bluff. Definitely get into your tornado shelter immediately if you haven't done so yet. This is going across Georgia Avenue, West San Augustine Avenue, Center Street, East Pasadena Boulevard, EP Street. So definitely not good here, guys. East San Augustine Street, EX Street, and South Battleground Road as well, and East 13th Street as well. You can definitely see this tornado is gaining strength. It is definitely growing in width, so definitely not a good situation. Definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. So let's see here. We're talking about a little over 1,100 yards in width. So this is it's definitely growing in size. This is definitely about 11 football fields in width, so definitely very, very dangerous situation. Yeah, but this is definitely not good, guys. This went across Golden Acres here. So definitely large confirmed tornado is on the ground. Be on the lookout for this. Yeah, so this is definitely not good, guys. So this is heading right over to the south of Deer Park here. So like I said earlier, this is tracking right over Georgia Avenue, West San Augustine Avenue. Definitely not good. So definitely West 10th Street, East 10th Street, San Augustine Street, heading up through South Battleground Road. If you guys are on LaPorte Freeway here along Highway 225, definitely make sure get out of the way of this tornado. This is a very, very violent, destructive tornado. This is a PDS tornado warning here. So this is a tornado emergency, guys. So this is for northwestern Chambers County, south central Liberty County, and southeastern Harris County in southeastern Texas until 3 p.m. At 2:23 p.m., a confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed at northwestern Pasadena, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for portions of southeast Texas. This is a particularly dangerous situation, and take cover now, guys. The deadly tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. This tornado will be near Morgan's Point and San Jacinto State Park around 2:30 p.m. So 1 more minute, guys. Definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. I cannot stress that enough. Definitely please get to that shelter. We don't want to see any loss of life during this storm system. Down through Baytown, Highlands, and Channelview around 2:35 p.m. Barrett around 2:40 p.m. Mount Bellevue and Cove around 2:45, and Old River Winfrey around 2:50 p.m. guys. This is a very large, destructive, and dangerous tornado. This is a tornado emergency. This tornado is crossing Highway 225 as we speak, just to the east of Deer Park. So definitely be on the lookout for this. This is a tornado emergency, guys. This is not a good situation for sure. We want to make sure you guys are safe. This is a very large tornado. This is possibly even 13 to 14 football fields in width, so definitely be on the lookout for this. This is heading towards Independence Parkway here. Getting ready to cross I-225, definitely crossing there as we speak. This is heading towards San Jacinto River here, across Vista Road, Park Road, 1836, near Wooster and Brownwood. Definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately if you live in these communities here, guys. It's nothing to play with. If you live in Wooster and Brownwood, definitely get to your tornado shelter. Even Lynchburg Landing, definitely get to your tornado shelter immediately. This is not a good situation here, guys. Definitely not at all. So this is a confirmed tornado here, guys. It's definitely very destructive, very violent tornado. Has very violent motion in it. This is getting ready. This just crossed Highway 225. This is getting ready to cross Independence Parkway. It's heading up towards Vista Road and Park Road 1836. San Jacinto River as well. Heading up towards Lynchburg Landing between Wooster, Brownwood, and Lynchburg Landing. Get into your tornado shelter immediately. This is not a situation to play with, guys. This is a very life-threatening situation if this tornado continues this way. If you're traveling along near Lynchburg and I-10 near Cody and McNair, definitely get away from this tornado as soon as possible. Definitely, if you're not in a sturdy shelter, if you're in a mobile home, you will not survive this tornado if you're in a mobile home, guys. So definitely get to a sturdy shelter immediately. This is not a good situation. This is extended all the way up through, including I-10, all the way through Mount Bellevue, Eldon, Cedar Bayou, Lynchburg, Brownwood, Baytown, all the way through Wooster as well, Lynchburg, Cody, McNair, Highlands. So this is not good, guys. Definitely get to your tornado shelter. This storm is a very, very intense storm. Just to reiterate here, guys, this is observed. A tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. for northwestern Chambers, south central Liberty, and east central Harris counties. At 2:28 p.m., a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Deer Park, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for southeastern Harris. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now, guys. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be completely destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible, guys. Definitely please share this information out there, guys, especially these cities here listed. Baytown and Highlands around 2:40 p.m., Barrett around 2:45 p.m., Mount Bellevue and Cove around 2:55, and Old River Winfrey around 3 p.m., and all the communities in between there, guys. This is a very deadly tornado here. It's not a good situation. This is heading right into Brownwood. This is heading right into Wooster and Brownwood. It's going to cross, it's just going right to the south of Park Road 1836. It's going to cross the San Jacinto River here. But guys, if you live in Wooster and Brownwood, or if you have family that lives there, friends and family, definitely give them a call. Definitely warn them now. This is definitely a very dangerous and destructive tornado. It is a monster tornado here, guys. I wish I could pull up footage of this, but unfortunately I cannot at this time. But this tornado is possibly over a mile in width. This tornado is increasing, so definitely be on the lookout for this. Definitely be on the lookout for sure. Definitely not a good situation. So definitely this is heading towards Brownwood and Wooster. So not a good situation, guys. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. But yeah, definitely, Miss Kitty Cat, definitely, this is definitely an intense situation. Unfortunately, comments like that are not going to be tolerated on this channel. So if you're just going to come over here and say stuff like that, you're going to get banned. So just be on the lookout. You know, if you want to say that you hope people die during this tornado, you are going to get banned. Just letting you know. So I don't tolerate that kind of activity here on our channel. So you know, go to another channel that tolerates that kind of activity, because you will not be you'll not be welcomed on my channel. So just letting you know. But yeah, definitely Miss Kitty Cat is definitely pretty crazy. This is definitely heading into Wooster and Brownwood. This is a tornado emergency now. So tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. For northwestern Chambers, south central Liberty, and east central Harris counties. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Deer Park, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for southeastern Harris County. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Definitely get into your tornado shelter. If you do not have a tornado shelter, get to the lowest level of a building that you're in. And definitely get into the interior of the building. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Definitely stay away from windows. So you got anybody in the path of this storm system is in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. So definitely be on the lookout for this. So about 5 more minutes, guys. Baytown and Highlands around 240, Barrett around 245, Mount Bellevue and Cove around 255, and Old River Winfrey around 3 p.m. So this is definitely a very, very destructive and dangerous tornado that is on the ground here. So let's actually get a distance measurement of this. Looks like it is weakening a little bit as it comes into Brownwood, but we'll definitely have to see what happens here. It's definitely not a good situation as it comes into Brownwood here. And Wooster definitely looks like it was a mile wide at one point. It has decreased to about 500 yards in width. So nevertheless, it is still about 5 football fields in width. So definitely have to be on the lookout for this. You can see all this debris being scattered in the air here through Baytown and Cedar Bayou. So it's definitely not good, guys. This is heading right through. This is actually traveling right over the San Jacinto River here, heading into Brownwood, Wooster, Bayway Drive as well. West Baker Road. Yeah, it's definitely not a good situation, guys. So it's not good. This is going to head up towards Cody as well. Lynchburg, this will be to the south of you, but nevertheless, still take shelter in your tornado shelter. This is definitely going to be a very, very devastating situation. It's going to head between Cody and Cedar Bayou. It's going to track right across I-10 here. This is going to go right through Hunt Road as well, San Jacinto Boulevard, West Archer. So definitely be on the lookout. But definitely, it's probably picking up a little bit of water from here, so that's why the debris signature is coming down a little bit. It did cross the San Jacinto River, so unfortunately, it is going through Brownwood and Wooster. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. This is still observed, guys. And we just reiterate, tornado emergency for southeastern Harris County and western Chambers County. A tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. For those aforementioned counties. At 2:33 p.m., a confirmed large and destructive tornado is located over Houston Ship Channel near Deer Park, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for southeastern Harris County and western Chambers County. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Definitely take cover now, guys. Definitely not a good situation. This is a deadly tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. This will be around Baytown around 240, so 2 more minutes, guys. Around Barrett, 245, Cove around 250, Mount Bellevue, 255, and Old River Winfrey around 3. So definitely not a good situation. It definitely looks like Brownwood and Wooster definitely took a hit from this tornado. It is still an observed tornado. This is from emergency management officials. So definitely not a good situation. It is heading up here. Looks like towards Let me see here. Let me get this going here. This is definitely not good. This is heading towards the Swamp Center Drive, Decker Drive as well, up through Bayer Drive, West Baker Road. So definitely be on the lookout for this. Decker Drive, West Baker Road, Wade Road, Goose Creek here through West Cedar Bayou, Lynchburg Road, Bush Road just to the south east of Cody here. Indeed. Well, thank you. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. God bless everybody. Unfortunately, this tornado definitely struck a few towns here. I'm not entirely sure if there was any loss of life. I definitely hope there was no loss of life during the situation. It's definitely not good. But I definitely pray for those in the path of this storm and those that have been impacted by this storm system. It's definitely unimaginable to get impacted by a tornado like this, especially down here into the south. It's definitely not good, guys. So I definitely hope that everybody is heeding the warnings. I definitely hope this information is getting out there. Definitely local emergency management is definitely doing a good job tracking this tornado as well. Definitely those storm chasers and storm spotters out there, definitely thank you. Thank you for your service, guys. You guys are doing a fantastic job out there. Definitely please stay safe for sure. But this is a large and dangerous tornado. So it's still observed. This is for southeastern Harris County and western Chambers County. So just to reiterate, it is over Baytown at this moment. It's going to be heading into Barrett around 2:45, so 5 more minutes. And eventually into Cove around 2:50, Mount Bellevue around 2:55. So definitely be on the lookout for this, guys. Definitely a very, very dangerous situation. It's still observed. It looks like they actually removed the tornado emergency. So that's somewhat good news, but unfortunately it's still going here. So it's coming through the southern side of Cody here, right? Wade Road, Decker Road, West Baker Road, just like I said. So definitely be on the lookout for that, guys. It's definitely coming in here. Some of these, you can zoom in and see all these houses here, so it's not good. I definitely hope that everybody is in their tornado shelter, or at least in some sort of safe shelter that they can possibly get to in the lowest level and interior as well. Definitely definitely in the center of that building, definitely putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Definitely on the lowest level. Definitely stay away from windows at this time. It's definitely not a good situation. I definitely thank you guys for joining me. It's definitely awesome to see you guys in here. Thank you, Miss Kitty Cat. Definitely appreciate you being in here. Thank you, Dark Waters, as well. Definitely thank you, Athena, as well. So definitely, guys, it's definitely a very, very intense situation. Definitely thanks to Natalie as well for watching this coverage out in the living room. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy. I know Justin is probably at work, but I'm sure he'll be able to jump on a few times here. So we'll see what's going on. But we're going to try to keep this going for as long as we can. I know Natalie did order food, so we're probably going to jump off of here once that arrives to get that. But I'm going to go check on something real quick. I will be right back in a few minutes, guys. Let me actually loop this image here. But yeah, I'll be right back in a few minutes here. Thank you, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Looks like food is on its way, so that's cool. Let's take a look at some of these other warnings that we got going on. Let me actually go back to the reflectivity here. Do apologize. So let's see. Special marine warning here. Oops. Let me pause that. All right, so special marine warning issued at 2:47 p.m. Central Standard Time until 3:45 p.m. Special marine warning for coastal waters from High Island to Freeport, Texas, out 20 nautical miles of Galveston Bay. So this is until 3:45 p.m. So severe thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Tabbs Bay to 9 nautical miles west of Eagle Point to 8 nautical miles west of Drum Bay, moving east at 30 knots. Waterspouts and wind gusts in excess of 50 knots are definitely the hazard here. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazard seas. Boats could suffer significant structural damage in high winds. Small craft could capsize in suddenly higher waves. Locations impact include Galveston Bay, Galveston Ship Channel, West Bay, Tabbs Buoy B, Galveston Bay Entrance, Galveston Bay, Drum Bay, Offats Bayou, North Jetty, Galveston Pier 21, Trinity Bay, Galveston 221, Smith Point, Galveston 150, San Luis Pass, Galveston Causeway, Rollover Pass, High Island 63, Bistrop Bay, and Christmas Bay. This warning also includes the following channel lights: Houston Ship Channel Light 45, Houston Ship Channel Light 55, Bayport Ship Channel Light 5, Anhock Channel Light 1, Galveston Channel Lighted Buoy 1, Houston Ship Channel Light 37, Dickinson Bayou Channel Buoy 17, Galveston Bay Entrance Channel Lighted Buoy 3, Galveston Bay Entrance Channel Lighted Buoy 1, and Houston Ship Channel Light 88, guys. So definitely very, very interesting special marine warning issued there for sure. So we definitely have all of that ongoing as well. Still have that tornado warning. It is radar indicated now. Let's see. We do have that special weather statement ongoing for the next 7 minutes here. So a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of eastern Tyler, west central Newton, northeastern Hardin, and Jasper counties through 3 p.m. So about 7 more minutes. Doppler radar was tracking a line of strong thunderstorms near Warren, moving northeast at 45. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and pea-sized hail are definitely possible. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs, blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible, so definitely watch out for impacts of power outages as well. So locations impacted include Jasper, Woodville, Newton, Kirbyville, Call, Ebenezer, Fred, Town Bluff, Von Weir, Caney Head, Trout Creek, Magnolia Springs, Mount Union, Spurger, Jamestown, Roganville, Ivanhoe, Sam Rayburn Dam, Bleakwood, and Hillister. So definitely, if you live in those locations, definitely expect definitely some heavy rain, torrential rainfall for sure. Definitely gusty winds, as well as some pea-sized hail as well. We do have that tornado warning still ongoing. Let's take a look back at that tornado warning. This was a tornado emergency earlier, so it's definitely not good. This expires in about 6 minutes. Tornado warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. for northwestern Chambers, South Central Liberty, and East Central Harris counties. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Mount Bellevue or near Baytown, moving northeast at 35. Hazard is tornado. This is radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. So this dangerous storm will be near Cove around 2:55 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Old River Winfrey around 3:05 p.m. So definitely, it's still ongoing here. We do have that we have that weak echo region definitely developing still. So let's get an eyeball on what's going on. You can definitely see the mesocyclone here. The old mesocyclone definitely on the downtick here. We have a new mesocyclone developing up near Timber Lakes. So we're gonna have to watch this system very carefully. I want to say that's hail near Mount Bellevue here. Let's see. Actually, that could actually be. Unfortunately, we may have another tornado on the ground here. It's definitely possible. This could be due to hail, though, but we're going to have to keep watch of this. This is near Mount Bellevue here. This is near Main Street. Farm to Market Road, 1942, along Highway 146. This could be a possible tornado here, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully. It is still radar indicated for the next 4 minutes, but we're definitely going to keep an eye out on this. You can definitely see all that hail definitely falling through the atmosphere here, up through Moss Bluff, down through Old River Community, Old River Winfrey as well, over to Lost Lake. But we're definitely going to keep continuing this footage and this live. So it's definitely pretty cool. But once the food gets here, guys, I think I'm actually going to end this live stream and then start a new one later on today after I'm done eating. But I definitely appreciate you guys joining me for this live stream. Definitely hit that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you enjoy our content for sure. Definitely leave a comment down below. We definitely love to hear from you. Like I said earlier, the comments that were removed earlier, definitely, we do not wish ill will on anybody in the path of these storms. So if you're going to come into this channel and say stupid stuff like that, you're going to get banned. Just letting you know. Don't go full crazy on me now. But anyway, all right, guys. So I'm probably going to jump off of here. I think the food is about 2 minutes away, so I'm definitely going to jump off of here. But I definitely appreciate you guys joining me. I'll definitely be back on live later on after I eat, most likely. But I definitely appreciate it, guys. And always remember, never stop.